Wait.
Greetings, traveler. You've just landed on the Mikey and Me podcast. But fear not, for this is no mistake. No fault in the stars, no glitch in the matrix. No, I'm afraid this has all been planned, predetermined by powers known not to us. So pull up a chair and join us as we find our way together, for you are among friends. What's up, friends?
Well, hey there.
Hello.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hey there. Hey there.
Hello.
Hey there.
We have, who is that? Is that another traveler? The traveler is back
The
on
weary
the
traveler.
screen.
I think we have a Royal Rumbler.
Yes.
Let's not.
Yeah,
Let's no. We're getting. Well, let's not. Let's. We're gonna
This
get
is a
right into
fucking
what
hater.
happened last
Let's
night.
get
So
into
we're
Crispy and
coming.
the hater.
We're recording on a day, and last night was a very special night. Jeff, you want to tell us what last night was?
Last night was the Royal Rumble, Mike.
And what happened? Wasn't it a big night for WWF and WWE
30
fans in the
minutes,
future?
29
In the future of
men
it.
got tossed over the rope, Mike. One winner. That's what happened.
But who was this winner?
It was almost John Cena, the greatest wrestler of all time.
No, but so last night, what happened for the new generation was similar to
Yeah, I
Hulk
just got
Hogan.
into it. So what happened? I forgot.
Something that
It was
never
similar to-
happens in wrestling happened last night. They gave the rub to the young guy who deserves it, who the fans love, and not the old sideshow act coming back into town to get the fans riled up. Which, John Cena is more than that, but I mean,
He's the
same
Marine.
time.
And I'll say that to this, but to this, like to kids and
He's Peacemaker.
to kids growing
Yes.
up today, the peacemaker. To kids growing up today, watching that last night, I feel like was probably the same for kids that saw Andre getting slammed by Hulk,
You really think
by
so?
Hogan. Yeah, for some kids, yeah,
It's their version of it because
yeah,
you guys were watching
absolutely.
it with me. When that guy came out, I said, "Now this is the most over guy in the business right
Yeah.
now," and that's why I was shocked. I was like when it came down
So who
to
won?
John Cena and Jey
Uso.
Uso. The guy, he's part of the bloodline, the Samoan dynasty.
Oh,
like
you've talked about these guys.
Yeah, exactly. But he's kind of like he's a twin, and he's like known as one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time. But is broken free.
Tell Matthew who his dad is.
Yes, I was gonna say who are they?
Rikishi. He's the
Rikishi.
son of Rikishi. Yeah,
Remember
I would
Rikishi?
recognize him.
He was the big fat dude.
Okay.
His finishing move.
with
Big ol'
the
fat
with
dude.
the,
Stick
with,
his
with the
ass in
G
his
string.
He'd put
Back in
people
the
in the
Yes.
corner, and he'd rub
Okay,
his ass
thank
in their
you.
face.
Yes,
That information was useful.
but like Yokozuna, you remember him from back in the day? Remember Yokozuna?
Yeah, because
He's
Lex
part of that
Luger
dynasty.
Fucking body slammed him.
If you remember the Wild Samoans, Afa and Siku, they're part of it.
Wait, so that the Girl Scouts have a
Umaga.
new kind of cookie?
Did you say MAGA?
Umaga. There's just a whole
Umaga,
bunch
yeah.
of wrestlers. The Rock is part of it.
Japanese MAGA.
Okay.
But last night was a big night for wrestling fans, and I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched any wrestling, and I don't know how long. I think actually no. It's funny that I say that because I realized last night when I was watching it with Jeff, around the time where I really was like getting out of it, I was like, okay, this is like. It's just dumb at this point. Was whenever they were trying to put the Miz over, so I kind of dropped off for a
They had
while.
some bad years.
I feel like
for
I feel like it went through I didn't stick with it, but last night
I never stopped
watching it,
watching.
last
Never
night
stopped.
watching it was cool because it was like I feel like they're getting back to they're doing a cool thing with Triple H in charge.
Well, they have it on Netflix now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I
it's
guess I'll get
blowing
back
up,
into
dude. It is the most.
I'll watch whatever they
popular
put on.
it's been since the '90s, since the Attitude Era, and they've got a lot of good personalities right now. Like we were all kind of shocked. Like it came down to like the final guys, and we were all kind of shocked because like I didn't see Jey Uso winning that. They had
Maybe
their
this is
big
tied to
guys
Luca.
that they're pushing. What's that?
they had Matt. It was really kind of cool. It's just interesting in a way the crossover that happens between social media
Basketball
and
and
stuff like
WWE.
that. No,
Speed
social
was
media
there.
and things like that, and influencers in the WWE and the whatnot.
Yeah.
Because last night they had Jake Paul or
Logan Paul,
Logan Paul
of course.
was
Logan
the
Paul.
last entry into the Rumble, and then
course.
ISO Speed, like ISO Speed, the streamer.
Do you think we could get popular enough by next Royal Rumble for us to be a tag
Dude,
team?
I'm praying.
I
That's the
would
only reason I'm
love
doing it.
that.
Jeff's gonna show up in his spaceship.
Yeah. Do you have triple tag teams? Or quadruple?
yeah.
They do an AEW.
Okay. How about
Triple tag
4-man?
teams. Yeah, the 3-man belt.
If not, we'll start a
no.
4-man league.
The 4-man, we would do like 2 people get the tag teams. 2 people would be the tag team. One
Yeah.
person would get like the minor belt, like the Intercontinental belt, and the other person.
I don't
would
even
go
need a
for,
belt.
like,
I'm there for the love of it.
there you go, dude. You're the manager.
Yeah.
I'm there for
You're
the
the
love it.
Like Jesus Shuttlesworth.
The love of it.
Just
Oh,
for the
gosh.
love of the game.
All right, guys. Well, we should probably get going on what
Yeet.
last year in the world of. Actually, I don't want to forget. I was thinking about this
Suggestions?
earlier, real quick. With all the tariffs that Trump's imposing, I thought it might be a good idea if we imposed a listener tariff, or like a reverse listener tariff. So if you don't live in the DFW Metroplex, there's a good chance you're gonna owe us money, and that's it. But so 2024.
So Jeff.
Jeff, you now owe us money for being here.
Oh no, he has an exemption.
Thank you.
Fuck.
I signed a deal.
I got your back. He voted for me.
Oh, he gets one of those last minute pardons.
He's one of my constituents.
Son of a.
That's right. He's on the ticket, buddy. But yeah, 2024 movies came out, and the year's over. And Mikey was like, "Wait, we can do a new year now." And I was like, "Mikey, you're correct." And then we were like, "Jeff, what do you think about the movies that came out in the year of 2024?" I imagine you have a ranking,
Tell
right?
you all about it.
So I will
After you
let
guys
you do
go.
your thing. You let me know what trailer to pull up. If you don't say anything, I'll just let you keep going.
Oh, I get to go first. I was kind of hoping to go last.
Oh, you want to go last? I can go first.
Go first.
All right.
I kind of wanted to see what you guys.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do a ranking, of course.
Hey, what is she?
So let's see. This could be some obvious ones.
Lily.
Right. So
She got it.
where's my list? So paka.
No.
So late in the year, this movie called Conclave came out.
Oh,
Was
right
quite
off the top. Beautiful
quite
movie.
good. It was about a pope dying and the whole process of what happens and how all the papacy or whatever responds, and it was pretty I thought it was amazing, honestly. And it was a PG movie, but it was still as adult
Bro.
like themed as it could be.
Right? Weren't you kind of on the edge of your seat for this?
Dude, I totally was. And it was just, talk about a slow, just fascinating burn of
Right.
a movie. And
I didn't even
that's
know it was PG. That's news to me.
right. Because you think about it, and yeah. So Conclave, it's legit. This little movie, I would call it a psychological thriller called Strange Darling. I was quite impressed. Maybe I should show a trailer for this.
Yeah, I'd like to see trailers. More trailers.
Conclave would have been a good trailer.
So
Let's just
what
do
kind
a
of
trailer
bands?
for everything. Even if we repeat it.
That's true. Strange trailer, no. Whoops,
Just
Matthew.
show the same trailer over.
Pineapple Express. Oh, Strange Wilderness. When he painted the eyes.
Oh yeah.
You laughing about other people's misfortunes?
No, just the picture that was up or whatever. The
Present
preview for
now.
YouTube. It was a
Share
scene from
that.
Strange Wilderness where he had colored the eyes on his eyelids.
Unpin that.
That look, Chris. She took a page out of what you were telling
Everyone.
her potatoes, but
Yeah, it's about time. Calm down.
All the flamangling you gotta do. Oh, you'll be fine like that. Strange Darlings. Oh, you're not gonna play? That's good.
Do you have any idea the kind of risks a woman like me takes every time she agrees to have a little fun?
Never thought about it that way.
Of course you haven't. You're not a woman. You seem like a nice guy. But the real issue is safety. That's life or death. So I'm gonna have to ask you a question.
Ow. No.
Are you a serial killer?
What did you just say?
Huh.
One of those movies was on the list.
Hey, you gonna chill.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Chief.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I'm in control.
No. Maybe I lied.
You know you asked for this, right?
Defies expectations a bit. Doesn't mean it's above them. It's okay, potato.
How did I get so lucky tonight?
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks
Pretty
good.
good.
I know what I'm watching tonight.
Oh, yes, add that to your
Yeah, dude.
nightly lie list. All right, Strange Darling.
Nightly lie list.
Let's see. Alien Romulus came out. I feel like that got enough exposure, but I felt like it truly held up to the kind of alien movie people expect when they think
It was
of
good.
the original.
Yeah, a fun
and
take.
this-
Yeah, I heard people giving it a negative review, and I'm like,
Who?
from what? Well, I don't know, just some random fucking
What are you reading?
people. What's not that I don't know.
You don't even know how to read.
I just heard
That's
that people
true,
giving
Mike.
it a negative review, and I was just like, everything I saw of it looked pretty cool. Did you see that fucking, that tall ass alien thing in there? That was a real person.
It was a real alien.
Yeah, that was me.
No, did you know that? I'm being for real. The big
No, I didn't. No.
he's a basketball player. That's a real dude they put in that suit, like that
That's pretty
giant.
cool. But I enjoyed it. I thought it did well. And Fede Alvarez, he did the remake of Evil Dead, so he's got a horror background, and so it was good. I was happy with it. Next movie, and this is kind of for Mikey. Yeah, I thought it was good. I just felt like Oddity. Didn't you watch Oddity? It's technically a horror. It's like it takes place in England, Ireland, or somewhere. It's
Yeah,
I don't think I heard this one.
Well, that's how I know to show a trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a good one. This is for that. Let's do that.
it was an odd one. It was a bit of an oddity.
Mike, stop.
I know,
Mikey,
man.
when did you get so freaking funny?
The audience might be driving. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, half of our audience is listening at all times and driving.
Could you open the door?
What do you want?
Is that Max Scherzer?
That was Mikey on my
Damn.
door this afternoon.
I am telling you that there is someone in there with you.
That would scare the shit out of me.
Oh, goofy-eyed dude. Yeah.
Why do you want it?
He took my sister's life. I want to see what was going through his mind.
Never heard of that.
You said I should visit on
Caveat?
Danny's anniversary.
The thought of another patient
We have a
showing
dinner
up at the
guest.
front door here.
Would
I may
you
have made it
allow
forward.
them in?
Of course not.
My sister would never allow a strange man into her home in the middle of the night.
She's saying some weird things to me, Dad.
She's clearly not well.
Do you mind staying out here alone at night?
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Maddie's ghost. My dead wife is not haunting this house.
So this
God,
might be.
wouldn't that suck?
I don't like the way they look men look in a lot of these movies. A lot of them are killers and such, you know, weirdos.
not real.
It's odd.
As I've
Movie
always
looks
believed,
very odd.
Odd titties.
there's nothing that can't
Yep.
be explained.
Odd ditty. We can all agree to that.
Oh yeah.
How timely.
I like to make very timely
All those
jokes.
holes in his head.
All right, that was Oddity. Let's see. The movie Trap came out. I
Oh,
definitely
this was
haven't
pretty
cared for Shyamalan a lot for a long time, but I found myself pretty engaged when I watched this movie.
It was a good.
I
It
like
was
his last
actually
two
pretty
movies,
decent.
Actually,
So I enjoyed it.
the Cabin one as well.
Oh, Cabin Man. Deadpool and Wolverine. That's almost man. That goes without saying. But yet we have to let people know that for me,
Oh, yeah,
it's
I
probably
think
the,
it made
the
a name
greatest.
for itself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the greatest comic book movie that will ever exist for me. So we'll
So
see
you
if
like
it ever
that better
changes.
than
Was
the
it?
first
5.
Deadpool?
Say that again,
You like that better than the first Deadpool?
dude. It raises every
think
bar
it
I
is
could
better. I think it
pretend
is
to
better than
imagine.
The first
Yeah, but
one. Yeah.
Matthew watched the first Deadpool like a million times. Like,
Yeah,
which
it was on
First
repeat.
one's good.
which is rare. Like he doesn't watch anything like that, and he would watch it like he's like, dude, I'm watching it like every day.
It made me laugh.
Seriously.
Next little movie I had you guys watch one time. I forced it on your eyes. Kinds of Kindness.
Oh man. Yeah.
That
Oh,
you got to show a preview.
Yeah, I was really
That's the
excited for
one
this
with the Challenger
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
and the Let's Watch a Movie.
Yes. Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, that's like it's like
Jesse
as soon as
Plemons.
it came
He
up,
doesn't
I
miss.
knew it was like,
He hits him out of the
it's like,
park.
this is what it's going on here.
It's one of those things that this movie came out and like I don't know if it got any ad promotion or what. Like and he's already got another movie coming out. I think this for me is his absolute funniest movie. Or the darkest, weirdest, just insane kind of for me comedy. Honestly. And so much more.
So this is his follow-up to Poor Things.
Yes.
Isn't love.
And it's a triptych.
do
So
love
it's
Jesse
3
Plemons.
different movies
She
with the
asked
same
me to
act,
fuck her
cast
my
in
uniform,
each
then it hit me.
that are each like their own little story.
The truth is,
I know there's been
Defoe.
Yep.
Say it.
Hey, Duff won't miss.
we didn't obviously fuck.
I think I'll like to see this.
I think you would enjoy it. So what do we have?
not
It was
seen
good, or was it just bizarre?
Oh, it was good.
For me,
Yeah, it's,
I think
it's pretty
that's his
ridiculous.
favorite. My favorite. I liked it more than Lobster. I liked it more than.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was different.
Pretty wild, bro.
But for me, it was fascinating the whole way through, and even whatever commentary meaning you want to look into stuff. Yeah, I definitely liked it more than Poor Things. Let's see. Also, 2024, Furiosa came out. Get to mention it. Deserves respect. Let's see. I don't need to list all these. This movie called The Beast, which I'll search here for the weird ones, right? That nobody's probably heard of. Let's see. Which I don't necessarily even know how to describe this. The Beast.
Starring Kelsey.
Kelsey Greer. I knew it, yes. Or the young version, what's his name? He's in Nosferatu.
Oh yeah.
Nicholas
Excuse
Holt.
me.
This
Nicholas
is the
Holt.
first time I've done this. How does it go?
En purifiant votre ADN, vous avez déjà posé de vos vies antérieures, vous nettoyez les traumatismes dont vous avez hérité depuis des siècles.
Oh, Matthew.
It can be very dangerous to bring someone back to who they were a few years before.
J'ai peur de...
The second movie with fake eyeballs.
I had a bit of a fake eyeball fetish in
Starting
2024.
to see
Same. There was a pattern.
que quelqu'un va mourir.
If you don't know French, then you might want to learn it, and then you listen to this part.
What is stronger? Your fear or your love for me?
Because you think I love you.
Very handsome fella.
There must
For
be
those listening.
this chaos. À trois.
And I'm not even sure exactly what was going on when I watched this. And I have an idea, but I don't even remember what it was.
Seems like it's really over, right?
And it's one of those movies,
I almost
technically
want it to
it's
last.
science fiction, but it might as well not be, you know? So yeah, add that to your list, Mikey.
Yeah. No, it's on there.
So we had that.
Gonna watch it tonight.
Humane. I won't show a trailer, but I'll just put that out there in the universe.
How humane of you.
It's a David Cronenberg movie about being humane. There's Late Night with the Devil.
Yes, sir.
I won't show a trailer, but one of you might.
Well, just
No.
show it.
That might be just a little bit of a teaser. That might be the Mikey and Me official movie of
snap.
the year.
Okay, I'm excited. Things could change because Mikey, that knowledge might change things for him.
I say you play a trailer. It doesn't matter that I'm. You know
We're
we're
all
both going to
play a
recommend it.
trailer.
Okay.
We should play it for each of us. This is the first showing.
So we're gonna play it 3 times
A triple
Yes.
feature.
in a row.
A triple
Wait,
feature.
Play the first teaser, and then see if there's a second teaser.
You
and
know
then
what?
we'll
That's
play the
actually a
full
good
trailer.
idea.
It's a great idea.
Jeff, that's a fantastic idea. Are we paying
Look,
you anything?
this is a teaser trailer.
Not at all.
Okay, good. We're just getting your services for free.
Let's
You can
don't
service
forget
me
to
for
think about
free all
paying
you
this
like.
guy.
Yeah, as soon as we start getting some money, we should share some of it with him. I think we should share some money with Jeff. All right, shut up.
Well, the not getting taxed is a form of payment.
shocked the nation.
Thank you, Chris.
What happened was real. What you were about to see.
So,
is the
Mikey, you
recently
said that who
discovered
looks like this
master
guy?
tape Of what went to
The
air
guy I
that
know
night.
looks like this guy.
Yeah. Like a handsome version?
He's handsome. That guy's handsome.
Darren Desamalang?
If Mr.
Darren Aronofsky.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This was one of those a surprising pleasure. That was like, wow. It looked interesting, but I was smiling while I was
With
scared.
the devil.
There's a tease right there. Exactly
That's
what we look
teaser.
for.
That's a teaser.
So that was
No,
the
that's
teaser.
a fantastic movie, Matthew. I'm glad that made your list.
I'm glad the devil's in all of our lists.
The devil's in
See,
the details.
So, I feel like we just all need to be quiet and get ready for these. It's an obvious one. Little Dune Part 2.
Rhymes with
I was
poo.
gonna say I didn't put it on my list.
The timing's great because my dad. I just watched these with him. His weekly visit. We just finished watching the second one last week.
Has he not seen him?
No.
Oh, that's
So I was able to tell him why it's amazing. So he had no choice but to like it.
Did you let him borrow your encyclopedia?
No, he stopped
Fuck no,
reading
it's
a while
my dad,
ago.
not my child.
Yeah. No. So, no, Dune 2. I've talked about Dune a lot. I don't want to waste too much time because my love for Dune is...
Really? I feel like you should take some time.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. When else should you
You're
take
right.
the time?
Okay, you're right.
Take the time.
So Dune.
Hang on. First
I
of
didn't
all,
have anything prepared.
hey, first of
I
all,
was kinda, Mikey,
start from David Lynch.
Matt, I was kind of disappointed that it just led to another movie.
Wait,
To be
what
honest.
are you saying?
I was a little disappointed that it just led to
Tariff
another
is
movie.
back on.
So, that
75%.
part one
Not
led
to-
to part two.
No, that part 2 kind of led to like another movie.
It will be okay. So it's gonna be based on the trilogy. The first two get through basically the first kind of book because it goes Dune, Dune Messiah, Children of Dune. So it's kind of doing part of Dune Messiah, and Children of Dune is where 3 comes in. But yeah, I just I love the books before I've said, and I just feel like as far as seeing an adaptation of something you love, like a novel, and the adaptation of anything to film, normally people are gonna have a fair
Leaves
bit
a
of
lot to be
complaints,
desired.
or else they haven't read the book,
Right.
But I feel like, at least for me, Denis Villeneuve nails. It's just like how he nailed Blade Runner 2049, where
really
and I was
did,
thinking
too.
earlier, where sequels that are at least as good as the original and might actually be better. I don't
Right.
think anyone was ever going to say it's better than the original, but
I do,
If you
actually.
because if you think about it, I think everyone actually probably thinks it actually is, and that's like what that Godfather 2. How many movies have done? Maybe not even Rambo 2, but
Terminator.
a Terminator 2. Yeah,
Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
I do like that. Yeah,
I do too.
but it's tough. So he did.
It's arguable.
It is an arguable thing. But I just feel like taking such
Baywatch
tough source
2?
material, and even I'm sitting there getting my dad to watch it, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm surprised that society, like people, got into this as much as they did, because they weren't originally going to have a part 2. Like they're going to see how well the first one did, and the first one did well enough to it's like, well, shit. So it's one of those
they're
rare
definitely
things.
They're done very well, for sure.
Yeah, where the execution of such serious source material science fiction on the big screen or in a film, for me, I don't expect it to be surpassed as far as like loving a book and seeing it executed like that. And then with the show Prophecy that came out, I'll have to do, that'll be a whole nother thing, but I feel like Dune for me is nailing it on like every medium. So hopefully they'll have like a really good new video game that comes out. But yeah, Dune 2.
Does it
It's
possibly
so good. It's so
Does
good.
it possibly have this one of the scariest like
Big old worm?
monsters out of any?
Wiggly worm.
Does it have possibly one of the scariest monsters out of any movie though, or like most
you
terrifying?
refer to Shai Hulud as a monster, the maker.
You refer to Shy.
It's a big old worm, Mikey.
I'm just saying, like
I don't want to be eaten by it.
Let's think of other movies. Like I think it's
Aronofsky?
probably. I mean, it could eat pretty much. It could
city,
eat
a small city,
an entire set of the movies that contain some of the scariest monsters you could think
yeah.
of. It could
The
eat
World
the
Eater.
entire movie set.
It literally just runs around or whatever worm.
I think it might be one of the only things that could defeat Michael Myers, but would fall short of defeating
Spider-Man,
the Mothman.
and then you.
No, Spider-Man. I'd fuck Spider-Man up. So it
know
would
who
fuck
wouldn't beat
Spider-Man
that
up.
worm?
It'd eat me.
Or who that worm wouldn't beat? Marcus fucking Phoenix. Gears of War.
That's a true statement.
That's
He would
true.
kill that-
Yeah,
he would
he's
kill that worm from the inside.
Yeah,
he's used to
they should
fighting
have sticked him on there. So
those
Dune
chainsaw
2.
lancer.
Dune 2, guys.
Can we talk about David Lynch's adaptation of Dune? I
If you
think
want
it was cool.
to detract that much, I got a lot to
Detract.
say.
I mean, I'm just saying. I think it was cool.
Oh, I mean, because I know we spent some time on his memoriam segment.
Be seeing you.
I just anyone
When you cried,
yeah, it was a,
What's your next movie?
and Society of Snow was good. Love Lies Bleeding I put on there. I don't even know. I don't like it that much, but it did something.
because you're not a lesbian.
It was provocative enough. So I had to put on there for how provocative and weird it was to appreciate it. It's like Sting, I appreciate him. I hear he's making music. I haven't heard any of it, but I appreciate that he's
I
making
haven't
it.
heard any of it.
Yeah.
Like you too.
Like I already said
music on
something. Oh,
iPhone.
I am going to sell this trailer for this last one. Because other than Dune, this is has to be my favorite of the year, and I almost don't want to try and like have them compared because it's so different. And honestly, this is like one of my top 10 movies of all time now.
Uh-oh.
And this came out last year.
Yep.
I think I know what it is.
What is it, Jeff?
Oh, no.
A Different Man.
A24.
They hit it.
They don't miss.
Hey, man.
Is that Bernie Sanders?
I know you. What's your name?
Edward?
Do you work for Facebook?
No, but I get this a lot.
Oh, hey, neighbor.
Yeah, he's a real guy.
People can be cruel, I imagine.
It's based off yeah.
All unhappiness in life.
Like the real guy.
Not accepting what is.
Like it's very heavy-handed in the commentary and just the symbol. Like it's pretty direct with it, but it's fun. It has a sense of humor about it all. About
it's Sebastian Stan, right?
Part it is.
I'm sure
And then it also is the guy who actually looks like that and has that condition. He'll say his name because he's one of the main actors too.
Can I believe my eyes?
There he is.
Edward, who don't remember me?
That's the real guy.
Hi.
Yeah.
That guy's amazing.
It's about as mine
What do you know about him?
as it gets.
Who is he?
I was Adam Pearson. That's the guy with the condition. Who has it? I went down a rabbit hole on him. He's got a twin brother who's got the same condition. It manifests totally different, and his identical twin brother looks like a normal guy. So he knows exactly what he would look like. Except it affects his twin brother where he has no short-term memory. He's literally is some crazy neurological disease. A different man. Like I made my dad watch this. I thought it was so fascinating. My dad said, "Son, I don't think you should watch movies anymore." So yeah. Oh, and I'll show my worst movie of the year.
Yes.
Aggro Drift. Oh my gosh.
Ding, 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 ding,
Here we go.
DK.
Harmony Korine, buddy.
The old world is no more. No more.
It's practically unwatchable, literally. Like it looks like they messed up the film, but that's the style he's going for.
All I know.
What?
And it's
I am the world's.
yeah, it's not pleasing to the eyes.
That looks terrible.
It's like he was playing with effects or filters. It said, "Hold on, let's do a whole movie like this." Yeah, it's the whole movie's like this. So yeah, don't avoid that at all costs.
It's also kind of on you for watching that too.
They purposely made it.
That's a true statement.
What did he say?
It's on me for watching it. I knew what I was getting into. It's one of those.
Yeah,
when
but
you're a
at the same
professional
time,
film
yeah.
critic, you have to watch everything.
Maybe the actual film's normal.
All
No,
right,
Matt's just doing his professional duty.
I'm just doing what I don't get paid for, guys. Come on.
Well, that's why we're doing it, is so that we can get paid for it, and we can eventually share some of that money we're getting with
shit
Jeff.
like this isn't gonna help.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll let Jeff off.
we
on the
watch
back
shit
taxes
like
before I
this
gave
so
the
that
exemption.
people don't have to.
Jeff's got to make a quick adjustment
All right.
to his list.
That's it for me.
Like, scratch
Who
that
wants to go
off
next?
Number one.
Okay, well, I guess it is my turn. Is it? I guess I'll
you
go.
know what? I
Jeff
don't
wanted to
think I
go
was even
last,
sharing
right?
that.
I do.
I'll go
Probably for
quick.
the best. I
I'll
don't think
go
I was even
quick.
sharing the trailer.
I'll
I
be
don't
a
think
quick
we should
guy.
just breeze over yours, Mikey. You're an important part of this.
Monkey Man.
Did you actually watch this?
Yes.
Good.
I think Monkey Man was a good
This
one.
was a really good movie.
You should people should watch Monkey Man. It was what's his fucking name? Was it
Dev Patel?
Yes, there
Dev
we go.
Patel
Thank you.
directed
Thank
it
you,
too.
Matt.
Oh.
Yeah. Directing debut.
Yes.
I believe
Yeah,
Jordan
he did a
Peele
good job.
produced
Good
it.
for him. He did, but good for Dev.
You want to show the preview?
I feel like, yeah.
Chris, I don't think Chris saw it.
Seen it. I feel like I remember the preview. It's like a Bollywood.
Yeah, I mean it's an action. It's a hardcore action, but it's a lot
Two
of
monkey
people
movies
that
that came out
are in
this year.
Bollywood movies look like they might have been in this movie too. Dev Patel.
Patel.
He used to be a slumdog, but now he's a monkey man.
Do a lot of things with $1 million.
He could get himself out of a doo-doo hole.
When I was a boy,
Go from a slum dog to a monkey.
my mother used to tell me a story of a demon king and his army. They brought fire and terror to the land.
It was interesting that his directorial debut,
They
like he
faced the
hasn't
protector of the
been in hardcore action movies really that I can think of. So I guess he wanted to become badass, and so he put himself where he's a badass. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, he's probably not getting casted as that, you know.
That's a good point.
You gotta create and cast yourself.
That's true.
In this
So maybe
city,
he'll be into this.
the rich don't see us as people. Give me the job no one wants to do. I'll do it.
You would do the doo-doo wiping.
Anyone who forgets their
How to write the shit.
doesn't turn
The
out
poo
well
poo.
for them.
He just produced it.
This is
As
not
soon
the
as we
place
saw
to
those
work if you can't
advertisements
handle
that
sort of stuff.
happened to turn me away from wanting to see it.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, this is like Monkey Man or whatever is like kind of based. It's like Hanuman
to protect the weak.
and
What's that?
like Hindu
Hanuman?
culture. Hanuman
Yeah,
was the Monkey Man in Hindu
It's
culture.
got his story.
He's like a
text.
Bumper, nice headlights. Let's boogie.
That guy. Yeah. I thought the action was good too.
Yeah. Yes.
Like it had a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
You know. Like the way it was shot was really good.
You need to fight for your mother, for all of us.
The world
We
needed
have a lot of
an
this kind of
Indian John
thing.
Wick.
They will not quiet your soul, my son.
Don't call me son.
It's time to remember.
Shout out to a tool.
Yep.
But only love kills more when will they learn?
Pinkies.
He walked down the street holding
Small
pinkies.
ember can burn down everything.
Mark you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a fight?
Yeah, shot to Coupler.
Yo.
Yep.
Payday.
Yeah.
Man, I do need to
Indian
watch it.
music
I'm watching
goes
that
Two
fucking
thumbs
fucking
up.
hard.
2 thumbs
I don't-
up for sure.
Yeah, I don't care what people say. Indian music goes hard.
It can for sure.
It goes hard, bro.
Bro, our gas station around the corner, 24/7. It's like an Indian club.
Yes.
Dude, it's like banging.
Oh, for real. And I fuck with them dudes hard up there. That's
Yeah,
my
buddy.
people.
I think we all do.
Next movie, might as well show a trailer for because I don't know if either one of you have seen it. And it is a Tubi original, baby.
Here we go.
A Tubi original, baby. I'm a Tubi
You're
man,
a fucking
baby.
Tubi plant.
I'm
You're
a Tubi
fucking
man.
Psyop for Tubi.
Look, soon enough, I'm going to
When Mikey
reach out
pulled
to
up
this
in
free
that
streaming
Mercedes tonight,
service.
I'm like, "How you paying for this?" He's like, "I don't. Someone gave it to me."
I'm hoping
It's
they
that
don't bill
Tubi
me.
money.
I'm hoping they don't figure it out.
So what am I looking
but
at?
soon enough, this free streaming service will be paying us. The Thicket.
We should be the
A Tubi-
official
a Tubi
podcast of Tubi.
It's a Tubi original. The Thicket.
Thicket.
Peter Dinklage.
You didn't have a choice but to watch this. I'm gonna go and say that.
What do you mean?
You didn't have a choice. You could watch whatever shit they put out. We know that. I'm joking. I bet it's great.
You have to tell the audience if you're paid to watch this. dude.
I'm not. I am not
do.
paid to watch Tubi.
I know who you are.
I wish I was.
Who you are?
Cutthroat Bill.
Bang.
I was browsing on Tubi.
My brother's gonna come looking for me.
He can't save you.
I was like, Juliette Lewis, she's got in a movie.
Yeah, for real.
We dug your grave.
It's their passion project.
Finally got off the ground.
Go after him!
Bill stole my sister. That fella told me he'd help. There's a bounty on her. $10,000.
You
This
work
is the
for me.
kid-sized
Three ways
American
on the
Pineapple.
bounty. I say what? I say when.
Oh,
You
this
ever
is
shoot
one of
a
those
man?
Peter
No,
Dinklage movies where
I'm a
we
Christian.
pretend he's not
God knows how many.
small.
3 against now.
Hey, you know what?
You're a Christian.
He's got the biggest presence
Where's
in
she
Hollywood.
taking
He'd
me?
walk in
How's he
here
carrying
barefoot and
bounties
make you
away
feel
as a
small.
bounty hunter.
Are you gonna kill me when we get there?
You're lucky I saved you.
If you do find her, it's probably not the sister you remember. What if she don't want to come with us? She might have forgot. I was starting to like you.
Is that Andrew Schultz?
Yeah,
No.
it is.
Scary.
It is.
Oh my god.
no,
Mikey.
It's a Tubi original.
Pause it. He's done.
Andrew Schultz.
Peter Dinklage is a bounty hunter.
You would never see him coming.
Littlest man I've ever seen.
It's true.
You're the ugliest.
Half dead redemption.
Oh my god. They couldn't find an actor they could
Come
pay
on,
full
guys.
price for.
Y'all are fucking.
Sorry, Peter.
Mikey.
Hey, man.
Explain
It's a
to me
Tubi
how
original.
Mikey, explain to me how he's carrying the
Gun?
three
The
bounties
Shiloh
he just
Sharps?
killed. No.
Oh,
how is
the
he
body?
getting bounties
He
back
had
in
a
town?
helper. He's got a hand. He's got a hired hand. And not only that, but like, let's think. You know how they built the pyramids? They use leverage,
Aliens, bro.
fulcrums. He's a smart man. Peter Dinklage can get a. Don't worry about it,
Yeah.
man.
Braided the sand.
Get Gandalf to come help him
Andrew Schultz
from the Shire.
as the heel.
Why can't we be happy for Andrew
we saw-
Schultz in a
We
movie?
saw RuPaul.
Let's be
in the
happy
Royal
for
Rumble
him.
last night. Andrew Schultz can't
get
do
up.
a movie.
Two more movies that
Settle down.
that have already been talked about that were on my list. Late Night with the Devil, Kinds of Kindness. That was a Matthew recommendation. That was a beautiful movie. Next
Beautiful
movie that I
movie.
recommend you see that I'm sure a lot of people that are listening to this probably already did see, Beetlejuice. I
We
think
saw
that
that.
was a fantastic movie.
I was forced to see that with a couple other couples.
Yes, I think it was a
Cute.
fantastic movie.
Yep.
Michael Keaton did not mail it in, and the thing I
can't
liked
afford
about
to.
it is that you could tell that to me it's like
Scrubs.
to me Beetlejuice didn't age. Michael Keaton has aged, but Beetlejuice was.
Right.
I think
It's
that's what was
beautiful.
cool for his
Beautiful sentiment.
the distance between the two movies, and for his Beetlejuice character to have the exact same amount of chutzpah. I think it was really cool. Like he did a really good fucking job.
I think
What
they
happened
might
to
have
the
just put
father?
more makeup on him in the second one.
They put
Talk
more
about the father.
makeup, but I'm saying his. I'm not talking about the way he looks. I'm talking about his
The
attitude.
juice.
He wasn't
His
like,
juice level.
His juice. He had.
Yeah,
the
he
juice.
had mad aura.
Yeah.
He was like
He-
Bishop.
His
Yeah.
Beetlejuice was
Talk
as
about the
Beetlejuice as it
father.
was.
Yeah, dude. Like,
No, I
y'all-
did enjoy it.
Y'all
It
know
was
what
funny.
the fuck I'm trying to say right
It was a
now.
funny-
Y'all
Talk
trying to
about the father.
undermine me.
It was an entertaining movie.
Entertaining. Okay.
It was good. It was
I'm glad.
good.
I'm glad I can entertain you.
It was
No, it's cool.
a great film.
No, it's cool.
It's annals of cinema.
I've got two more left. The top movie. Well, before I get to my top, I guess we can play a trailer for this one. Y2K.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Jeff. Jeff for
This is
the
a good one.
recommending and putting this in my life. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for this. You were
No, I
you
don't
were
have
right.
to bring it up.
You were right when you told me to
check it.
watch it.
Tom Rooney, 824.
Any lucky
They don't
lady
miss.
gonna get the midnight kiss?
Just talk to her, dude.
What's up, Laura?
We're actually going to this New Year's thing. It's going to be a total shit show.
Oh.
See ya.
It's 1999, and we getting drunk.
In a few hours, you have an excuse to kiss the girl of your dreams.
Open up. Take us away.
It's so smooth.
Y2K is real.
Interesting that they name dropped that with this.
Dumbass.
Not really.
I
but
use gel.
They brought so many movies. Varsity Blues. I didn't notice that part.
Oh, shit. A Tamagotchi just drilled through a chick's head.
Come on, we gotta go.
We are experiencing major problems as a result of the Y2K breakdown.
Bye-bye, human race.
We're talking global computer apocalypse.
Sorry, guys. I guess you're
They made a video and everything. That's crazy.
You don't know how this shit works.
Grab a bike, grab a board, grab whatever you can.
This has been the shittiest night of my life.
Fuck this!
But it's cool that we got to hang out for once.
Good man. That's
I love it. About to transcend, homie.
I get knocked out, but I get up again.
Yeah.
Spoiler
All right.
alert: the Fred scene, the
Oh,
Fred Durst scene.
This is probably
was
on Jeff's
amazing.
list right here.
I was gonna say this was a good movie. It was
Not anymore.
So, my last movie, movie of the year, potentially. Nosferatu.
Yes.
Yeah, so
We
this
need to
guy,
see
piece of
the
shit.
fucking preview for this. This was fantastic. I think Willem Dafoe put up an MVP here in the year 2024. I'm not even kidding. I think he had an MVP season.
He put up some good numbers.
I have not seen this.
You've had these spells.
You haven't seen it
since
either.
childhood. Tell me what you can from the beginning.
It is like a dream.
A wet dream.
Am I about to be scared, Mikey?
Yes. I'll cover you.
There's a mustachioed man coming for you.
The stench of their bodies was
Don't fear his warm
horrible.
embrace.
Standing before me was death. But I'd never been so happy.
Oh my dear Lord.
This creature is a force more powerful than evil. Its desire is to consume all life on Earth.
Only you
Willem Dafoe, dude.
can redeem us.
MVP.
He is coming.
There is a devil
beautiful
in this
thing.
world, and I have met him.
But you could never please me as he could. I'm ready.
I should learn to fly.
So it's a monster that fucks, right?
Yes,
I think
he's trying. He's looking to. Yeah, he's looking to fuck. If I gotta be honest, though,
Dracula
probably
beats
one of
50
the
Shades of
best.
Grey.
It's got to be like the best vampire movie, and to
than
sum
Blade?
it up, I would say yes, better than Blade.
Whoa,
It's
dude,
different, but like for actual vampire, you know, the lore.
What do we do in the
cryptid
shadows?
himself.
Interview with the vampire.
A believable
Yeah,
vampire.
I think
Bram
he's
Stoker's.
yes, the best of those in the vampire
Gotcha.
genre, and I think it's beautifully haunting. It's like it mixes. It's just amazing, man. It's like because all the other ways they portray vampires in like all the
They're
different movies.
pretty mean normally. They kill people, but here he's just trying to marry a chick.
Well, in the other, yes and no, but in the other ones, everything's very opulent and nice, and it's like not with Nosferatu. Like, homie's just in a cold castle, and
rolls
it's
in the
fucking
dirt.
scary. And it's like this is what I imagine Vlad. It's like it's reality.
Yeah,
I think he's
He's
real.
not out
Vampires
to,
were
like,
real.
destroy the
This is a
world.
believable
He's just sitting
presentation.
there
Yes,
He's not
thinking the
playing
world forgot
softball.
about him.
I think he's real, and I think
He
that
is
he
real.
could beat the Dune Worm. The Dune Worm.
Damn, dude.
Good- I mean,
should
good
we
luck
have
to
a
him.
should we
God
have a
bless him.
cryptid tournament one of these nights?
What if he turned the Dune worm into a vampire?
The Chris,
Oh
but
shit!
I'm never gonna sleep again.
So
Never
then the
gonna- never gonna
Dune
go sleep
Worm
again.
would do what people wanted the Dune Bucket to do.
Mikey.
Oh my god!
All right, Jeff, what movies do you have for us? That's my 20.
I don't have any. You guys did it all. So
Mailing it in.
Jeff has movies.
okay. You guys did take a lot of mine, so I'm going to ask to start off with something interesting. This was a movie that I didn't get to see yet, but I was curious to see, and I kind of wanted to show a preview for. Could you bring up the trailer for Better Man? And I wanted to
The
see
Eddie
your
Vedder
guys'
movie?
take on it. Yeah, Eddie Vedder.
Is he the guy from Van Halen?
Yeah.
It's not Eddie Vedder.
Pearl Jam is Eddie Vedder. This one here,
Sure.
The Greatest Showman takes you on a demented wild ride. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
I'm Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams.
I'm one of the biggest pop stars in the world.
I remember his video was like ripping all his
This
skin off.
is my story, but I'm not going to tell it in an ordinary way because I don't see myself how others see me. For the next 2 hours, your ass is mine! To be honest, I've always been a little less evolved. I don't want to rock, so let's take it from the top, shall we?
Told you, another Monkey
My
Man movie.
dad was well enamored by the stars of the day.
You can't learn it. You're either born with it or you're a nobody.
Don't want to be a nobody.
It's a kid from Jumanji.
You're enough.
You're just the monkey man, buddy.
Wait, this didn't come out in 2024, buddy.
Oh damn. Okay, it's perfect then.
He's seeing it.
It's a
But
Mikey
you saw the trailer in
recommendation.
2024.
It's a conversation piece. It wasn't on my list. I haven't seen it, so
Yeah, he did say he hadn't seen it.
Really throwing a monkey wrench into this whole thing, aren't you?
Oh, they gave him a bussin' for real haircut.
This is
In 5
interesting
years, we're all going
because he's a
it's
monkey.
about music biography, like film, but
we'll be rich.
he's a monkey the whole time.
And nobody's like,
Mr. Undertone.
Do I look like a
pop star to you?
I want
Yeah.
to change your hair on your
Yeah,
head.
I saw him too. He's good. A handful of things, but yeah.
I want to prove I can make it on my own.
Proof to who?
Everyone.
it's metaphorical.
exactly.
Like, already as it,
valuable if they cost you something.
The only way you get this
You're gonna
greenlit
laugh, do it on
is
the
if you're
inside, yeah?
forking out most of it from your own pocket.
It got good
I don't
reviews.
give a fuck what they think.
You give a fuck.
Matt, he
what
doesn't give a fuck what you think, dude.
That's fine. That's his right. Actually, I don't think he has rights.
Remember, I believe in you.
I'll watch it though. Maybe I'll be.
It's one of those things. If it's done well, it works. If it's
No,
What's
yeah.
just crazy
what
is
did I
that the
just
talking
watch?
human monkey feels as though he has to do
So.
all of this. The story. It's like, bro, you're a talking monkey. Yeah. Like, you don't have to go sing a pop song.
You're doing way too much.
Yeah,
See,
bro.
All you gotta
Like,
do is not rip people apart.
It came out in select theaters, guys,
Okay.
in December 25.
That
in
works.
Christmas.
Then you
Snuck it in. Okay, this is one that I just wanted to also mention because my kids loved it. Transformers 1 was like the origin story of Optimus Prime.
Okay.
Fucking awesome. It was great.
Nice.
Also, what I thought was going to be a straight to Redbox sequel, Gladiator 2, was really well. It was like Ridley Scott directed a straight to Redbox action sequel.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people that
it was
loved
good.
Gladiator.
It was solid.
Were not like it's hard to.
Well,
it wasn't
a lot
as
of people.
moving.
A lot of people can't get over themselves. Denzel was good in it, so
Yeah.
let's just put it at that.
It was good. It was good enough.
Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut with her boyfriend at
Channing?
the time, Channing Tatum, Blink Twice, really good,
Dude,
fascinating.
It was pretty good.
This guy's got 2 movies on this list.
Oh.
Shit, I can't think of his name. Twisters. Did you guys see that? I thought it was a
This
pretty
Hitman?
good. What is it?
I did not.
This and Hitman. What's his name from Top Gun?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
No.
Yeah, it's a Tom Cruise substitute. Gosh, I know his name.
Twisters was a sequel that really, I don't know, it was good. It was interesting. It was fun. I thought it was good. The next one's a movie I thought you would have brought up. Maybe it's not a 2024. Maybe it was 2023. The Bike Riders.
Oh, man, I'm glad you brought this up. Because no, you're right. It was 2024. I remember scanning by it and I'm like, damn. I thought about adding it, but do you want to show a trailer? Because I think they would like.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to show a trailer
Mike
for.
Nichols, I think. You know, Austin, he's winning me over, movie by movie. Austin Butler.
Oh, I love him. Yeah, no, he's awesome.
He's proven some pretty solid versatility.
I'm thinking of starting a riding club.
Why? All those clubs do is sit around talking about motorcycles.
That's what we do.
Norman Reedus.
Don't belong nowhere else.
Looks
Yeah.
like
They belong
Norman
together.
Reedus.
Just playing
There's the
Norman
dude again.
Reedus.
I'm Johnny. We're the Randos.
I'm Ben. I like you guys.
Your boyfriends are getting
Also,
into trouble.
that actress was really great.
Yeah.
What
Killing
the hell were you
Eve.
thinking back there?
No, son, I saw you squaring off with them guys. What do I need to think for?
Yeah, you and me, kid.
Johnny always loved Benny.
This is our family.
Forever.
Hey! Told you to take that jacket off.
You'd have to kill me to get this jacket off.
Oh yeah.
I don't want any trouble here.
Then I'll let you lead. What about the bar? Burn it down.
We gotta go.
Nah, we don't. They're scared of us. These young guys, they ain't gonna follow nobody except somebody who can hold their own.
The club is changing. Running drugs, gambling.
Is that who we are now?
You can't have him, he's mine. If he keeps riding, he's gonna die one way or another.
I need you.
Some people would rather crash than slow down.
I used to be in a club like that, but Stephanie made me quit.
Same, dude, same.
I didn't see that movie. I just want to say I love Tom Hardy, but I don't know why he
He talks like this.
He sound every time he does an American role, he sounds like somebody that has never existed in America. That he takes on a voice where it's like, where did you hear that voice?
There's a character.
Where
Just do it normal, you know? It's like a snowball.
like him and Capone.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
It sounds like he used the same voice way there.
Anyway, the
I
fall
I
guy-
love him.
Okay, next.
The fall
Let
guy
me
with,
talk
with
shit.
Ryan
Show a
Gosling-
trailer
with-
for
with-
That's true.
The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling and the beautiful Emily Blunt, a movie that pays homage to the
Who would you rather kiss?
Ryan Gosling. The stunt guy, a movie that pays homage to the stunt guys.
Oh, didn't we watch that over here or something?
No, not here.
I watched
I
it.
still need to watch it. I heard it's actually.
Me and
we liked it a lot.
Mikey watched it. Mikey wasn't too thrilled about it. I really like it.
Mikey didn't approve, huh?
Look,
There's
I
not
didn't
a
see a
Mikey
Mothman
approved.
anywhere.
Have I influenced you, or have you just stopped liking? Did you never like something like that?
It didn't have enough depth for him.
No,
I don't think that Matthew fully grasps the depth of my movie taste. He overlooks it a lot of times. For instance,
I can enjoy The Fall Guy.
For instance, The Thicket fell short of
Greg
his
Powell.
expectation.
I think it was
didn't
short
quite
of all of our
measure up.
expectations,
Yeah.
Mikey.
Yeah, it didn't quite measure up to anybody's expectations.
Did you guys happen to see Civil War this year?
I did.
Yes, I did. I just saw it the other night. My girlfriend
What'd
made
you
me
guys think of
watch
that?
it.
I wasn't.
I don't
Jesse
like
Plemons.
Nick Offerman anymore, so
Shut the fuck
you
It
know,
wasn't as
I was-
provocative as
I was cool with them going after him.
they thought. I feel like everyone went to see it thinking it was going to have more social commentary, but it
What'd you
did,
think
but
of
not the way
the,
people expected.
Yeah, what'd you think of the twist at the end with the girl like setting up Kirsten Dunst just to get that shot?
I've never liked Kirsten Dunst either.
I guess.
Fair enough.
Maybe if I was in the theater, I'd have been more moved by it. But
Yeah,
The way I see it, though,
I
is
wasn't
that it's
moved
like-
by it. But
I thought it was.
an
I thought it was worth
interesting-
mentioning.
I know it was. It was very.
It is.
It's
It
a movie
is.
that everyone would have a different thing to say about it.
Yeah.
Probably very different afterwards. So it's pretty interesting for that.
Was Heretic 2024?
Yes, that was
Oh,
one
yes,
I
it
forgot to
was.
mention.
'Cause
That was the
let's
one that
talk
was on the
about
list.
that
I
then.
forgot.
Yeah.
Let's show a trailer. Show a trailer. Did you see this one, Matt?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm
Hugh-
glad that
Hugh
you brought
Grant.
it up. I totally
Very
forgot
underrated.
to mention this. This was the first role he's done like this.
Well,
So
yeah,
that's
this-
what was cool. He showed his range.
This is that anti-Mormon movie before American Primeval came out to hate on Mormons. Right?
Yeah, this was
Hi,
this
good
was the
afternoon,
sequel
ma'am.
to
Are you
Notting
interested
Hill.
in learning about our Savior, Jesus Christ? Hi. Good afternoon. Hi, are you My name is
Man, the
might be
studio
one
that
of
brought
those
you
guys.
Notting Hill and say anything. Heretic.
Matt, this might be one of those directors that does symmetrical shots.
Are you interested in learning more about the Church of Jesus Christ?
Come on, like almost
We
all
can't
the
come inside
shots,
unless
or a
another
lot
woman
of
is
them.
present.
Oh yeah.
My wife is home. Does that count?
Great.
You like pie?
Well, that chick was
Yeah.
in
My wife has pie in the
Companion
oven.
that I saw.
I can
last
tell
night.
that you are a very spiritually curious person.
I
Chick on the left.
it is good.
To be religious, to find your faith in a doctrine you actually believe.
Well, our work here is done.
Now, I will go and check on the pie.
So sleep, silent angel.
Which Companion so far?
Blueberry pie,
I was very
guys.
surprised by that.
There's no fucking pie.
Yeah, there wasn't any pie.
Bye bye, Miss Blueberry.
Can you fit through this? You're crazy.
We just need to go home.
I won't keep you if you wish to leave. But I want you to
Hugh
choose
Grant
which door to
was
go through
perfect
based on your
in this
faith.
role.
Yeah, he really
What
was.
does this have to do with us leaving?
Everything.
I
Really
like
showed
to
his
see him
range.
in more creepy stuff. Yeah.
I think that we're being studied.
It will make your hearts beat faster. It may
It's like a
even
guy who would
make
pay
you
a
want
sex
to die.
worker. Oh wait.
Do not
Son of a bitch.
will witness a miracle.
Is that a thief? Such a good movie.
Yeah.
I watched that just the other day with Allie. Again, we've
keep bringing up your coming up with reasons to bring up your girlfriend.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, so you watched that more than
Go
once
on.
together?
No,
What?
he was
You
saying
have watched
that's-
that twice together?
No, he was saying that's like they
The
watched
second movie.
The
Civil
other
War,
movie
or
we brought up
Civil War.
earlier, man, I cannot think of this handsome fella's name.
Greg Powell.
Mike Smith.
Thank you. Hitman, though. I really loved Hitman. I thought it was great. It was a fun rom-com.
Richard Linklater?
Yes, thank you. And yeah, that's the second time he's used him, by the way. The other time was the Everyone Wants Some, the baseball movie.
Yes.
Yeah. That one, you guys brought up Deadpool, Wolverine. Late Night with the Devil was one of my favorite movies of all time, to be honest. But we're going to gloss over that. Two movies I would like to bring up.
No, dude, it's
Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah, talk about it a little bit then. I thought it was great, but that's a huge statement.
For that genre for horror movies,
Definitely,
yeah,
man.
just the slow burn of it all.
Yeah,
you know, you don't really know where it's going. There's like a lot of have you seen it like once? Did you get to see it a second time?
I've
Matt?
seen it at least twice. At least
Okay.
twice. Probably need
There's
to watch
just a lot
it again.
of like nuanced stuff that you pick up on that they're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think what's cool about it is that it overall it's a mind fuck, and you know that it's leading you to one, but then they have like a mind fuck within it, like that kind of
that
gets you.
and the skeptic guy that I didn't know that he was based on. But he showed me that.
Yes, Tom.
Which was pretty cool.
Hang on, what's his?
I could see it being
James
in, like
Randi.
my top 5, top 10 like horror movies for sure.
It definitely was. Yeah, it was fascinating. And I loved it. Used well switching from like whenever it was the show, like looking like the 70s or whatever style, and then whenever it was like backstage or whatever, it looking more like modern film a little bit, like the style. But
It's almost like
yeah, I
Technicolor
thought it was,
or whatever.
I'm glad you liked it the best because I was blown away. Yeah.
Here's a movie that was lower on my list that I forgot to talk about, but wanted to show a trailer for. It's called Leroy, Texas. You want to bring that up?
Leroy, Texas. How do you L.A. Is that a X in there?
Laroy. You guys like
Leroy, Texas.
You guys like Steve Zahn?
I do.
Yes.
I do like him.
Kind of
Fucking love
Saving
Steve
Silverman.
Zahn.
Keep on going. Can't be too careful.
That thing you do for me.
You worried I was some sort of deranged maniac?
I don't know if I
Same
don't
girl.
think I saw
No.
Change Wilderness.
Up shit.
Maybe someone paid me to
Up a
kill
creek
you.
or Without a Paddle?
Without a paddle.
Yes. He's very versatile. I'll say that. He's also in the new
Where's
scene of Silent.
Leroy?
I think
I don't know
you
if
guys
you've
will
heard,
appreciate the
but
Texas of
I'm
it
a
all.
private detective now.
Dude, that guy's been
and
getting work
I
too.
saw something that you might find interesting.
He's in that
Where are you going?
the
Say,
agency
baby.
show.
Do you
That's
know when you'll
right.
be back?
Just eat your pizza.
I'd like to buy a gun.
Yeah, he's on the show The Agency with Michael Fassbender.
I don't care how you do it. It's just got to be done tomorrow.
Do you know James Barlow?
No.
He was found run over and shot in the head.
Run over?
And shot in the head.
He's like, wait,
taking the
I
case.
only did one of those things.
You need a professional in this. But I don't think I need any help. Yes, you do. Police would love to know what I know. But you're not even a real detective.
Who killed James Barlow? It's important that I find him.
Can I take my break now?
Yeah, Chad. That's fine. This guy's a maniac.
It's important to finish things once we start them.
Wait!
that looks.
You trying to get off me? Get
This guy knows something. I can see it in his eyes.
You can't just go around drowning people.
Well, that was one guy.
I changed my mind. I'm watching this tonight.
It's like a movie that was inspired by a Coen Brothers.
When we think about establishing a character,
And then the last movie on my list was Saturday Night. Boom.
Bam.
Saturday Night.
And this has been 2024 movies.
You want me to pull up a trailer, or is that just when you want to
Hell yeah, dude. Let's do it. Let's go out
do
with
it.
a trailer. Let's go out
Fuck
with a
yeah.
trailer. I've watched it 3 times. I don't know why. I'm a huge SNL guy, though. I really like
So
it.
I've heard.
Was
Hey,
it
free
time?
comedy show.
Yeah, there
20
definitely
seats.
was a time.
Plenty of tickets left, guys.
lived
Free
Well,
show.
this is the movie is
Fuck's
the very first night. You'll see.
So, big night.
I like how they de-aged all the actors.
Michaels on the cruise ship Saturday night.
The whole night?
Yeah, the whole night.
Chevy Chase, Gilda Radner, Dan Ayik. How the fuck do you pronounce this?
Really? You know, I was thinking, why don't we punt? We should run the dress rehearsal and claw back a win next Saturday.
We can't, Dick. It's a live show.
We're just not ready.
Doesn't matter that we're ready. It matters that it's 11:30. That's when we go on.
Lauren, all I'm trying to do is give you advice. It's in everyone's best interest, mainly yours.
Sorry, was that a threat?
Look around, Lauren. You haven't locked the script. Your crew is in
MVP.
open rebellion.
Fuck
That
you.
dude was a great
Fuck you.
Lauren.
Fuck you.
The writers on the 17th
That dude
floor
was a great
tied a
George
belt
Carlin.
around Big Bird's neck and hung him from my dressing room door.
So tell me how you fit into this ensemble.
Oh, is this an ensemble?
NBC makes more money playing ruins of The Tonight Show.
NBC is lucky to have something as relevant
Willem
as
Dafoe.
this show.
Lauren, they don't even want it.
That's logical, Dick. That's why they're paying us all to be here.
I mean, Lauren, 90 minutes of live television by a group of 20-year-olds who've never made anything. Do you ever stop and wonder why they said yes? A counterculture show starring total unknowns with zero narrative and even less structure. They want you to fail.
We just have to make it to air.
Am I still in the show?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, tripped over my penis.
He was a great Chevy.
Yeah, I do need to watch that. I do need to watch that.
Oh, it was good.
Nice.
Well, this has been a great 2024 movies. Movies of 2024.
Yeah, man. I think so.
Did
Made it
Jeff hang
through.
up on us?
It is nice that we can now put a bow for
2024
on the 2000 genre until
for a few more months.
There you go.
10 more months,
See,
roughly. 11.
You knew exactly what I was going to say.
It's like the first.
You knew.
Well, we've gone through 1 month, so we got 11 more.
So then you knew exactly. You've experienced this first month with me, and you know that there's going to be 11 more of them.
First month is the week.
Boner.
Yeah, you can sing it.
Hey, did you, since now we're putting a bow on this and you brought it up, it made me think of it. Did we ever look up, I don't know if we ever showed you the James Randi. You were saying, you brought up Late Night with the
Yeah.
Devil, and that guy, how the character was based off of that guy?
Or it's inspired by, definitely.
Yeah. Did you ever look up the one of him busting, or have you ever seen the one of him
We
busting
spent
Peter
some
Popoff?
time during an episode looking up and watching stuff of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, look at that. I forgot.
Well, yeah, you're sitting right next to me when it happened.
Okay, look.
It's,
hold on. It meant something to me then. Just because I forgot about it doesn't mean anything.
No,
but
it's
you
okay.
know what people haven't forgotten about?
Nosferatu.
The time you shit your pants when you were younger, Mikey?
It was okay. That's a reason right there. You learn when you're
I thought
a
that
kid
was last week.
that the middle brother didn't, totally have your.
We didn't even ask
back.
Chris what he thought about 22. Was there anything that he cared about before we rudely Leave the
No, I mean,
station.
it's like
Chris
most
is
of the
staying at the
stuff-
station, guys. I got
the
my
only-
list.
No, the only stuff that I watched was like stuff that I would have seen with y'all.
So we're gonna
like,
say Chris nominates Kinds of Kindness. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Chris only watches Korean films.
Yes.
Do we need to take a break before we move into the
I
next
do have to
segment?
relieve myself.
Well, let's take because I have a segment that we need to talk about.
All right, then we should be right back.
Do the same cut, man.
And we are back. Jeff got his. We had to pause for a second. Another ship came in and had to fuel Jeff's up. He was running low on whatever fuel
what do you run
that
your ship
ship
on these
runs on.
days? I
Yeah, what does
forget.
that thing run on?
Cerveza.
That's right. Dang. So the homies came through and filled his
them up.
spaceship up
Yeah,
with
it's not
Modelo's.
plutonium anymore.
Cerveza.
So real quick, I had a cool little. This was an interesting thing I found out about recently, and in case of a catastrophic failure, I'm going to send this to the Mikey and Me
I like
podcast.
that first word.
Catastrophic.
Yes.
In case.
So
I've always loved the word case. What can I say? I'm a case guy.
So Jeff, you can maybe you're out there in those neck of the woods. You can see if there's any validity to this or if you've heard anything about it. But it says, I still think this is just a post, like a Reddit post or something. It says, I still think my favorite urban legend / folklore fact is that there are certain areas in New Orleans where you cannot get a taxi at night, not because it isn't safe, but because taxi companies have recurring problems of picking up ghosts in those areas who are not aware that they are dead and disappearing from the cab before reaching the destination, and therefore
shit my wife would show me,
and therefore
Is this a
stiffing
creepypasta?
the driver on the fare, losing the company money. So, have you heard anything about that out there in New Orleans? Is that like a thing? Like we
There's
have the Lady of a
crackheads
Lake.
in New Orleans.
Well, yeah, but I'm not talking.
Did you see that on a social media post, Mikey?
No, it's something my mom sent me. Like I don't know where it was from. Why?
Those that are older than us are more susceptible to bullshit stories like that.
Oh, I see what we're doing. Okay,
I'm sorry.
Well, then
is
we'll
it true,
move
Jeff?
on. Next story.
No.
I don't know if it's true.
It's not.
New Orleans is different. I believe in stuff like them doing stuff like that. Yeah.
But this same companies they're losing so much money
I wouldn't say necessarily.
they're losing fares to ghosts, ghosting these taxi cab drivers. That's what you're saying?
Dude, this is the same city that used to bring two stagecoaches to funerals to like one with your body in it, one with your not your body, and then they would go in separate ways so your spirit couldn't follow you. So like,
but was somebody getting shifted or whatever on a tab? Did somebody not pay the funeral bill? A ghost?
There's all kinds of
Somebody didn't pay the
voodoo
boat man.
and
No, I get all that, but for a company that could potentially be making, if it's a densely populated enough area to where they literally would normally
I will tell you,
be running cabs,
people
but they're
really
not.
believe that kind of stuff in New Orleans. It's
I do
different
believe
out
they
there.
believe
it's
it.
A different.
So I'm just talking about the business side.
Again,
He's
so the
talking about
business
doing
side,
this.
I think that you're thinking that this is a far too widespread occurrence thing. It says
saying
right
it's happened
here,
7
it
times
says
tonight.
New Orleans where you cannot. This said there's parts of certain areas. Of
I'd
New
like to know
Orleans
which areas
where you cannot get a taxi, not because it's not safe, but because they've had it so that's it. Is
Okay,
it like
so
I
it's
can
not
like
the
it's
Ninth
not
Ward.
that you can't
Yeah.
get a taxi in all of New Orleans. It's just that apparently there's certain areas it's not true. It's a fucking stupid
No, it might
story.
be true. I'm probably just being an a-hole. You can get a taxi most places in New Orleans, so there we go.
Yeah.
Most places, not all places.
They know that substantiates the
I like the spookiness of it all.
I like cabs.
That
and-
didn't disprove it.
Yeah, I tried to disprove it, and I got.
I'm just saying,
unmissed.
if I was in New Orleans and you told me, yeah, like, you can't call a cab here, there's too many ghosts.
You wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Sounds about right.
Well, too, you got to think of the
No, it is
situation of
interesting.
the people like
It's a cool place,
in the area
Mikey.
and
You
stuff,
need
too.
to come down. We need to do ghost tours.
It is a
in New
cool
Orleans.
place. even if it's not true, it is worth bringing up because, like Jeff was saying, there is a lot of, even Chris, not voodoo, but there's a lot of cultural belief, like widespread, that's holding on to. There must be weird that goes on with that stuff, because the history is so rich and it still seems to have a presence. Like even you say, Jeff.
I think anywhere, it's just that they're more in tune with it down here, whereas everyone else kind of ignores it.
Well, too, yeah, it's like how much power you give it. If everybody around you believes in that shit, and then somebody gets sick, and everybody's like, "Oh man!"
It was like that Sean Ryan interview with the African American sniper guy, but he grew up in New Orleans, and he was just talking about stuff his grandparents had around the house and weird stuff and all this kind of voodoo stuff casually. A lot of he was just used to growing up around it.
I mean, a lot of the Gulf Coast is like that.
Yeah,
places like backwater like Mississippi and stuff like that too, where it's like a lot of the voodoo and hoodoo, like the Creole, like
a lot of dream catchers,
dude. No, like wild shit and like a lot of superstitions.
Yeah, we was talking about there's some thing where it's they do some whole kind of not the seance, but some whole process thing, or where they make you float up or feel like you're floating up. I know they have. I feel like it's taken the whole idea of if you ever gone up to a wall and you push up against it and your arm lifts up. Yeah. Except they're talking about. He was talking about other people doing that.
How does your arm get pushed up?
No, you. Oh, hey, don't. No. Oh, calm down, Elon.
He just pulled an Elon.
Calm down, Elon. Show everybody your heart.
Okay, so it's good stuff, guys. No, it's good, Mikey. It's good for us to know. Because it's probably right. I just, I have to play the other side. I have to. I don't have a choice. Otherwise, we're agreeing all the time. And who likes that?
Yeah. So what'd you have? I saw you had something pulled up.
Oh no!
Shit all over.
I'm sorry.
No, what else did you have pulled up?
So I uploaded a bunch of old. I've been going through our old seasons, and realizing in the first 2 or 3, I didn't have a service that I could easily just make clips from that didn't take hours doing it by myself. And so I was seeing some of those earlier season clips, and we look so young and full of life. And I wonder what's happened in a year. What's happened to us, Mikey? And I know exactly what's happened.
AI.
No, but
it aged us.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff aged because he's in space.
Yeah. No, so
I haven't aged because I'm in space.
Oh yeah, but when you get back to Earth, you're fucked, dude. Your bones are so brittle.
I'll have to share again. Let's see.
No, dude. I'm working out in space.
I'm gonna share something.
He's a fucking belter now.
They got a bowling alley back here.
They're eating that chalky ass ice cream.
This pretty good, actually.
That astronaut ice cream when you were a kid.
I did.
It's like eating.
I went to the
freeze dried ice cream. Hell yeah, dude.
That museum. I went to that museum in Pensacola, Florida. This is delicious.
All right.
Do you know what dog food tastes like? Exactly how it smells.
It's
delicious. Natural air.
You get enough time to pay attention for 4 minutes to this video to explain. And this happened a few years ago. But I just feel like it's good to educate people. It's like an educational thing.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Move
right,
37.
Right, Chris?
7. It's finally here. Hello world, it's Siraj, and I've been teaching a course called Move 37 for the past 10 weeks. I wanted to culminate it all, every RL technique we've talked about with this one video. I'm going to explain what Move 37 is and 3 reasons why it's so significant for our future in terms of human jobs, health, and lifestyle. The Go board game is very popular in large parts of Asia. It's very old and some players have dedicated their entire lives to Mavericks. When polled, most AI researchers believed it would take several decades for computers to reach the standard of a human expert player. It's a very challenging game with more potential board positions than there are atoms in the universe. A player has to learn how to recognize abstract patterns in hundreds of pieces placed across the board, and even experts have a hard time explaining why a particular move is either beneficial or problematic. So when DeepMind's AI program, called AlphaGo Zero, beat the world champion at Go much earlier than expected, history was made. Starting with the training set of recorded games that contained over 30 million moves made by expert Go players, the AlphaGo Zero algorithm used a model proven to be able to learn from image data directly, called a convolutional neural network. It was fed a series of game states as input, meaning the positions on the board. The network learned how to predict the next move and learned to predict the outcome from different arrangements on the board. Since Go has so many potential moves, a brute force search would take way too long, even longer than it'll take Apple to release an augmented reality device. So instead, the convolutional network was deployed in the context of a search algorithm called a Monte Carlo tree search. This tree search was used to initially explore many possible moves on the board, then focus that exploration over time as certain moves were found to be more likely to lead to wins than others. AlphaGo used the neural network to both predict moves to help guide which branches of the game tree to search, and it used it to evaluate the positions it encountered during its search. This allowed it to intelligently search upcoming moves and ultimately beat the world champion at the game. But even more important than AlphaGo's win was one moment during the game, the moment that caused Lee Sedol to leave the room.
AlphaGo played this move, which I want to hear more about in a second, but Lee has left the room.
There's going to be a movie after
that move.
I don't know
it
why
was a
that
move
happened.
that seemed terrible to everyone who saw it, but it turned out that move 37 was an incredible move to play, and it was instrumental in helping AlphaGo win the game. Somehow, a computer program knew something about the game that we didn't. Somehow, its intuition was both different and better than human intuition. One of the players, Fan Hui, said, "It's not a human move. I've never seen a human play this move. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful."
I'll just kind of stop there because that presents the idea.
Wait, what was the move?
Yeah, I think you're beautiful too.
It was the 37th move. They could show you I know of the game Go. I've never learned how to play it, so and I've read the details. It's unless you're familiar with Go, I don't know there's much value in knowing exactly, other than what that guy was saying was that
I'm
played a
familiar
move.
with it. What's the move?
There's more possibilities in Go than there are chess. There's more moves.
Of course. So, but this move that
I've heard all
the
that
idea
before.
Would be like the equivalent.
it never it's kind of like they said, there's books and all kinds of have a huge crazy ranking system for Go. The move was so unprecedented and it didn't look right. It was foreign to master players, knowing that a human mind didn't think of that. It's like seeing a brand new war strategy that's implemented that no one's ever used, and it not even being remotely similar to something that's been used, but it actually ending, leading to victory.
Yeah.
And so I just
is
this interesting.
It was one that it was two that it was like it wasn't just searching all of the possible outcomes through like brute force where it's just sending out a wide net. It's like, give me all the answers. It's like, what are the likeliest outcomes of this next move, ranking them least likely to less likely, picking the most likely, and then rather than taking the entire game, taking just that move and scouring for just that, and then it's like
and I just kind of shared just because it happened almost 8 years ago now, and that was a groundbreaking moment on this technology and machine learning. And AlphaFold is the same group that's doing all the medical, like the protein, like folding, so all the disease curing that, whenever it happens, it's gonna this is like a landmark movie years ago, and I just thought it was interesting. It's Move 37, to where I expect to see a movie about it once they can figure out a way to do it interesting, because at the end, you're playing a computer and the computer wins. And so how do you make a computer compelling character? There's a guy who played it, and this also made me think that the movie I went to see with my wife, Companion, it's really a movie about like artificial intelligence and like humans, like at the end of it all. And there've been movies like that for decades. But at the same time, I was almost like, I'm expecting to see more and more humanizing of AI just because it makes sense. But I just thought it was interesting.
It's the next natural step for people that, it's like once you start going down that, it's an unexplored. People have already made so many movies about certain things, so eventually it's like, this is a big unknown cutting edge thing for us. So yeah, there'll definitely be more than likely more movies.
We're just closer to realizing all the crap that they've been making movies. It's like seeing science fiction movies, all the stuff in them from the last 30 years, actually seeing it in real life.
Like as before, like movies were more abstract, as like they knew there would be robots and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so they, it's like they would have them. There were other parts that were like known to science that were much more like technical and on point. But when it got to like the androids, it's like, what are they? Well, they're this and they're this, and they kind of, whereas like now we're so much further down that road that, it's like, what are they going to be explaining in the abstract later on? Because now we can explain the AI technology a little bit more.
Yeah.
As far as like sci-fi goes.
Yeah.
It's no longer abstract. It's no longer like
theoretical.
The idea of like,
pseudoscience.
theoretical.
Yeah.
Where it's like we have the iPhone. Where it's like the movies in the
that's a good point.
They have the.
I'm glad you bring that because Mikey, the movie that show was talking about whenever he asked me all the sci-fi questions, Raised by Wolves.
Oh yeah.
What Chris is saying is a beautiful way of explaining why I find it so compelling, because it presented very abstract ideas, but that they felt you could see that they did make sense in this world, but you didn't know how they made sense. Like Chris is saying, like so much, like we're so knowledgeable enough of things to where that's a good way of putting it.
It didn't take a lot in the 70s to think that like we're gonna have some kind of screen in our hand that we can do everything with, but like how does that work? They don't necessarily explain that in the movie because they don't really know how it works. So it's just like we have this thing, just like the cybernetic organisms in the Terminator movies and stuff. And it's like they knew that eventually it could get smart enough to become self-aware and that would be a problem, but they didn't know how. They didn't know what that would look like.
And now
now we do.
We see a path for how.
The next, what's the next sci-fi thing that they're going to be?
Yeah, but that leads me next. So I'm gonna ask you each a question. So, Jeff, I'll ask you first. If let's say the world's gonna end, just in general definition within the next few years,
as we know it,
or just like catastrophic, like the world's gonna end, like through like almost extinction level event. Like pick what event at the top of your mind think what that would be. From nuclear war, asteroid,
Bruce
floods.
Willis, Armageddon.
So you think an asteroid or meteor or whatever?
Asteroids, meteor, boom.
Okay. Same question to Chris.
What, like?
Yeah. Catastrophic level event.
Something like that.
What do you think is most likely world? War, like asteroid, flooding, climate stuff, anything.
Shit.
Actually, famine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I could see something like that, like doing away. I mean, there's already food shortages and shit like that all around the world.
Yeah.
So, it's like famine.
But there's still
shortage.
They'll still leave, I guess, an elite group around still, theoretically.
Yeah.
You're saying you wipe out everybody.
But I would say, for all intents and purposes, it would end the world. Everybody.
I would say solar flare, meteor.
Solar flare?
Something like that.
I would say nuclear nuclear.
So you think it'd be
nuclear,
like a war type scenario?
I don't know that it would be war, or
I think
it would
people
be in
would still
some
survive
fashion
that.
of.
Skynet launches them.
I was gonna say no, in some fashion of, because Alan Watts, again, the reason I say that is because Alan Watts had said something at one point about, they talked about the Big Bang or whatever, and he was saying that it's like, what if the whole Big Bang was, it's like a civilization that had advanced to a point, discovered nuclear technology, and pretty much, at some point or another advanced to a point, whatever, war happened, something, and either way, blew themselves up after having discovered this, or this was which the means they discovered, or they destroyed themselves, was nuclear power, and then the whole Big Bang was the beginning of the end, was the beginning again, like kind of. So I could see.
I like all of these. I'm just saying for personal value. I like all your answers. I don't know if it's a generation or if it just depends on who you ask. That it's not. None of you said it. That you thought it was going to be a war with another country. Not that it couldn't be that, but it's not, because I'm sure you've all heard the term like mutually assured destruction theory. Basically, the reason, we make the bomb because they make the bomb. We can't use it because they'll use it and we'd all die. So it's almost like to where, but I feel like for the longest, that meant, at least as far as theories how the world would end, there'd be some antagonistic reason, antagonistic being like, conflict of some kind. And so I
think a grid collapse could get us closer there than anything.
A what collapse?
A grid collapse. I think if our grid went out, no power, no internet, no phone, people, it wouldn't take very long I don't think, for people to just go totally fucking nuts.
And so I was just trying to look up if there's like a main theory for something, the concept of, because that's where I'm at. Something like, if I had to pick, I think it's going to be mankind by his own progression and technology, what he's creating, from AI to his own grids to nuclear power. Thinking of it like the nuclear, like Fukushima or something, where someone just messed up, but they messed up, and we've gotten so far that little mess up destroyed. Done to where we get so powerful.
Whereas so we're talking about the Mavericks already.
So we're talking about the Mavericks.
Talking about Nico Harrison already.
Because at one point we were like, just dealing with like a stick of dynamite, and now we're dealing with like,
I am become God.
Where there's a misstep, that could cost cities bigger and bigger. To where I was just looking up, if there's a theory, and I couldn't find like one that was it, so I made one up called the stumbling giant theory. Where it's just thinking of man and progression as a giant. We're giant because of how far we're getting, but one stumble, falling over, and being enough to do catastrophic level disaster.
Big tree fall hard.
Yeah, and so it just where it's the the idea of this through in AI. You said grid, that could be this type thing. AI would be one to where we're just making it, we're just kind of rushing out there. If it goes wrong, we're not creating the safeguards and alignment, which is a huge thing. So I don't know. For me, it's just this fascinating to think about, not in like depressing think about it, but just more in terms of just mankind and human progression in technology. And because the further along we get, at least, and I could be wrong, but I'd like to think outside of a dirty bomb. But even then, like the further along we get, it seems like that a conflict-based ending seems less and less likely. But who knows?
I think a lot of that is just like the internet and the proliferation of like information, where
But that technology existing for that to be possible is like part of the question.
Cuban Missile Crisis, shit like that. It was like we only knew what we were being told by the 2-3 major news stations and newspapers and stuff like that, to where it's like now people have so much more information that it's like, you're looking at it and it's like, who's really going to push that button?
Yep, exactly. And it's because we've come far enough technologically in society for that to be that way. But we don't need to talk about it too much because Chris brought up something that I think is more important. Mikey?
Well, hang on. Can you walk us? You came up with this theory?
Yeah, but it's
So
basically
I've read some of it from what you sent me the other day, but it is quite vast.
Summarize.
Can you do a quick?
Yeah.
Just because it is interesting.
It basically summarizes it, but let me see. I got another
fact that
summary.
you came up with the whole theory of the stumbling giant, because when I read it really was compelling and made a lot of sense.
Yeah. So here's a summary. So it proposes that advanced societies, due to their increasing interconnectedness, and technological sophistication, becoming more vulnerable to catastrophic failures. It just posits that these societies function like giants, whose complexity is both a source of power and a point of fragility. Focus on non-antagonistic threats, meaning that even well-intentioned innovations and actions can inadvertently lead to civilization level crisis. A key concept being, the P-Doom, which represents the probability of a civilization-ending event occurring, and it can be influenced. One of the big things would be AI misalignment, which misalignment. So that's about AI evolving and then possibly having different goals or misinterpreting goals, even when they're designed for beneficial purposes that lead to cascading failures.
Having a hallucination and filling in something.
Dude, I'm glad you just mentioned hallucination. So yeah, but so this goes on from there. The theory, it's also like socio-technical complexity, just how things and benign innovations can basically, how you can just blow yourself up on accident. If you summarize it, like you come up with really cool stuff, and you trip over the wrong wire, right? And so I guess the potential way to try and safeguard more from it would be having more quote unquote circuit breakers, which would be just if there's a grid, have certain elements of a grid more modular to where, and I'm sure they are to an extent, or with AI. There's a whole AI Leviathan paper that's about having AIs that are literally designed with specific functions that they're able to do, instead of being so all-knowing. Instead of just being, you talk to ChatGPT, it knows everything. It could be like, you're really good at science, you're really good at this. It's where they would have to work together.
They each have a piece of the puzzle.
Exactly.
Nobody has the whole picture.
Exactly. But of course, that's not how they're doing it at all. They're just rushing it out the door. So yeah, it's kind of just the theory about us thinking, at least personally, that if things go poorly in that kind of way, that it's probably just because we were going too fast with technology. But you mentioned AI hallucinations, which is funny because I'll post stuff on Twitter, and Randall, I love that we had him on, because he'll talk. He's really into AI stuff like me, and I'll post just random thoughts and whatnot, and he'll respond. And whole AI hallucinations, I've got this feeling that, and I'm sure that someone documents and tries to catalog them, but that if they're not, there's probably going to be schools of study around them, and because I think maybe they're like the closest thing to a peek inside what the heck is actually going on in there, like the slip-ups. The closest thing to like have an idea how to understand what's going on in the black box of it all.
Like if somebody fucks up, and it's like you didn't necessarily do the wrong thing. It was like, yeah, that wouldn't have worked in this situation, but it might have worked in this. Take me through your thought process.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's us getting a glimpse maybe into its thought process.
Yeah,
like,
it's a window of something, because it tried to do something, it didn't do it right, and it did this totally weird thing. So
but
I
it
felt
felt the need to like give you something. It's like I can't come back with nothing.
Yeah.
I have to fill in something, and it has to sound convincing.
In that mystery, just that little glimpse, that little crack.
What would sound convincing?
It's
like, just throw some mumbo jumbo in here. It goes along with the rest of the
seriously
tone of the.
Yeah,
whatever.
or images. Oh, that dude's got 3 arms. Oh, I was making arms. There's, I rushed that one out.
Have you heard about
at the top that you like scroll up?
Which part?
Go ahead, Mikey. I was gonna read.
On here and here.
Oh yeah, right. Where you were talking about due to the increasing interconnectedness and technological sophistication.
Yeah.
Where it's like they talk about like how compartmentalized and everything is, and how sophisticated everything is now. Where it's like they talk about the pencil and how it would be like impossible to just like make a fucking pencil, because every part of the process is like the rubber for the, backing is processed in Malaysia through, rubber trees, and the lead is a compound between this and this that's made over here.
For something that's simple.
And so it's like, and something as simple as a pencil is like, if it ceased to exist, we couldn't just make a fucking pencil.
Yeah. And pencils
So the
existed
more
before
complex-
pens, right?
Yeah.
Like that was like the way to record things.
No, pens were first, I think. Yeah, the quill.
The quill.
Not signing anything without a fucking quill.
Without a fucking quill.
The fastest substitute though for people that are like, how would you write? You could make a fire and use the charcoal. That's how you could write. That'd be one of the
this guy's gonna be my leader.
That'd be the fastest.
I'm
way you
enjoying
could
this
write
guy's
something.
plan. But yeah,
you could just make a fire and use that because that's how they would like do shit back in the day. They'd like break it up, add water, use that to paint.
And it's cool you say charcoal because how Trump was talking about, that whole Project Stargate that they have going on with the building the best AI, where they like, and each of them have their own power plant, and then for backup energy, them have coal because it actually burns real clean, and that's what China uses to where something is basic, or people just like use it, stuff, but a backup energy source, coal. It's like it's still a legit way to do it.
You know what's funny is that it's like
we've made a lot of advances in that too, to where it's like through the scrubbers and everything like that they put in it, to where it's like the shit
so
that's
clean.
coming out is like damn near 100% clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something just interesting because you were talking about coal, and it just made me think.
He listens regularly.
It made me think of, it's just like, you were saying about how it burns cleaner or whatever in a sense, and it's like, I think it's funny how sometimes there are older things or older methods of doing something where it's like we nailed it.
Yeah.
It was right. Then we over-engineered something, or we changed it because we thought the means of which that we were deriving this whatever was going to be more of a, come at more of a cost than it would, outweigh its benefit.
Yeah, it's too expensive to make coal anymore. We need to find something else.
And I sent you a video on our Instagram if you want to pull it up. It's stupid in a sense, but it is kind of interesting. This guy ran an old ass refrigerator outside in the summer, all summer long, with no door on it, and he measured, like, he had like a machine hooked up to it to measure the BTUs or whatever it is that it puts out, the amps and watts. And so at the end of the summer, he was able to measure how much money it cost him to run this fridge.
You might not be able to hear this, Jeff, but you should.
Yeah, you don't need to hear it. It's more or less.
I've already seen it.
Oh, have you? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
it's just in the messages there, and again, it's something that you don't need to necessarily hear, but because he just says the music. Yeah, you can. But yeah, it's just a time lapse. You can see the ice at the top will like get more, thicker and thicker, and then it'll melt. So and you can see at the bottom, like, he has a timestamp to show how many months, like, he does this over. But then here at the end, it'll show how much it costs him. And this is probably for those that aren't watching, this refrigerator is probably roughly from like late 50s, early 60s.
168 hours of continuous runtime.
Yeah, didn't turn it off or unplug it.
No door on it.
Yeah, no door.
You can see, look how thick the insulation is just around like the outside of it and stuff.
They don't make them like they used to.
Well, it's planned obsolescence.
Oh, piggybacked it.
Oh, he's piggybacking.
I bet this cost a fortune.
I bet it costs $7.
So it's like just still running.
72-year-old unit.
GE.
$345 a week at 14 cents kilowatt hour, running 24/7 with the door off. Over a quarter of it was from the light bulb itself. So significantly cheaper than you would just think, based on the way people talk about
modern high efficiency.
Yeah, bullshit. And this guy's got and he even says at the end, like in the caption, something about wonder what it would do with the door on, or we'll test it with the door on.
He says he's going to do it with the door on.
So
like
$3.40 a week.
Well, I'm just thinking, do I want my stuff in there to be cold, or do I want it not to be as cold? I want the door on it for that reason.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, the door on it.
But it
for
costs
sure.
you no-
But he's showing, he's proving that I'm putting this refrigerator in the most ridiculous, strenuous condition possible for it to operate under. I'm making it to where it would have the highest load on it to operate.
The door?
Yeah, he needs to close the door.
Well, no, and for, like doing furniture moving and stuff
behind
like that,
the
too,
green door.
Where like I didn't really know about it until I started doing furniture moving, but like people that will put fridges outside, especially in Texas, they talk about how like they'll burn up real quick because they're having to work so hard, especially in the summer, to keep it cold. You know, it's like in like newer refrigerators, stuff like that should be, but they burn up from trying to keep up, and this one doesn't even have a fucking
72 years old, no door, pumping
when
cold,
you moved,
$3 a week.
When you worked for that place, when you moved the furnitures, did they have doors on them?
They did.
Most of the time, we'd have to pull the fucking doors off the fridge, honestly,
Move
get them
them.
in the front door, depending on how
behind
they
the
were.
green.
Sometimes you could butterfly them.
See,
you fucking open the doors and you yell.
Stephanie ever tell you about that fridge that I ruined?
Oh,
the butterfly
Did I ever
effect,
tell you all
huh?
about that
With the
couch
chicken
that I ruined?
I didn't know about. Yeah, the chicken. Yes, I think I've heard.
With the, I moved this fridge whenever I lived in that tiny little house with her, and I guess at some point I moved it outside, and there was like chicken left in the freezer, and we didn't have it plugged in. And you know, if chicken.
There he is.
You ever seen? I'm sure you've seen thousands of chicken magnets inside of a fridge before.
Of course.
But so you to figure I could wash them out with the hose, unplugged. You know,
chicken.
But apparently the
maggots?
fridge wouldn't turn back on. But so just be careful, with chicken.
Speaking of ruining things.
So yeah, I'm done. So tell us about ruining stuff.
Speaking of ruining things, recently some guy named Nico ruined the Dallas Mavericks, which brings us to our next topic. Luca Doncic is no longer a Dallas Maverick.
Have you talked to Little Caleb yet?
Have you talked to Mark
almost hit him up
Cuban?
last
Has
night.
anybody talked to Mark Cuban?
We have not.
I tried calling him.
I tried hitting him
He's
up.
been dodging me.
Yeah, I tried
Oh,
contacting.
Caleb.
I tried to contact him through his Yahoo email.
Yeah,
and he just wasn't there. He's got no comment at this time.
He's on the Stairmaster.
I'll just say this: I have not been an active NBA watcher for quite some time. I was a big fan of the Mavericks up until the point when it was like, you know, obviously I watched our last championship, supported Dirk and all that through that. That was amazing. 2011. But, yep, 2011. I remember, like, I was super diehard up until there was the Steve Nash days ended. And I was just kind of like, for whatever reason, I don't know, it wasn't my thing. But right when I found myself kind of thinking, I like basketball, I kind of want to get back into it. My team is good. I want to support my team. Luca seems to be like the future. We've kind of got like a Dirk 2.0, it looks like. And the city feels good. And they trade him. And it seems
on
to be
Saturday to midnight.
And it seems to be
the Lakers.
And it seems to be just in such a way that is just like, God, I don't feel like it sits right with anybody who heard about the trade. It really
got to be the weirdest. Out of nowhere, you're just wondering what else is going on. What else is going on behind the scenes?
What's the age? What's the age difference? Like, were you guys
25 and 30 something?
32? I think.
Will you guys
31.
have to?
He'll be 32.
About to. Were the Dallas Mavericks about to have to pay him a bunch of money or something?
Yes, he would have been up for a supermax at the end of this year.
So they dodged. I guess number
supermax.
one reason
And
would be
what's-
dodging the
and
supermax.
what is- hold on.
And him
What is
going to the
Anthony
Lakers,
Davis's-
he's no longer
what's-
eligible for a supermax. So he won't
What's-
get a supermax at the Lakers.
Exactly. He's getting.
Like,
He's
he's
not
no
getting
longer
the
eligible.
option at all anymore. because that's
What's Anthony Davis's contract?
about $5 billion.
Yeah,
How many years does he have left?
31 years old.
Bad knees.
I'm guess I don't even know if it's a couple. Like I don't know if they're
I
buying
mean,
1 or 2 years
also
off the end.
the thing
They got
is,
one draft pick.
If you guys weren't gonna,
In
if you guys
29.
weren't gonna sign the Supermax anyway,
They were.
and you're getting apparently not. I mean,
Well, I think this is how they found a way not to. I think this was the way not to.
You might as well get 30 points a night for 1 to 2 years if you're still competing like the Mavericks are.
That does make sense.
But
through Davis?
This is the thing. It's just like the Angels would have been mad if they would have traded Shohei, but they should have traded Shohei.
It does make sense. But so that means
Yes, but what did they get when they traded Shohei?
They weren't going to do the
for
Supermax at all. If that
they
was
didn't
the case.
trade, they let him go. That's my point.
Okay, so that's kind of what I was telling Mikey earlier. Like this is like trading.
You got to
fucking
get something
Shohei
out of it
for Max Scherzer.
Yeah, they didn't get anything.
You're not. Yeah, is Scherzer a good pitcher? Yeah, he's a good pitcher. Like, can he go out there and get you some wins? Yeah. Is he going to compete? Yeah. He's a frontline fucking player or whatever. But he ain't fucking Shohei.
He's not the future,
and he's not the future.
He's not gonna last for. Yeah, the amount of time you feel like I think too. It's easy to argue stats and all that and semantics of money and everything. I think the way I'm seeing it, the biggest impact is what it's doing to your fucking fans and your players. Any other player that's gonna ever come play here in the future that's not even near the ability of Doncic, that's got to be in the back of their mind that like they dealt this dude on a Saturday at midnight. What like I think that with sports and like winning and stuff, like you have to have a level of loyalty or security or something. I feel like before, like in order to be able to go achieve those championships. That's just me personally, and I feel like just what they're doing in all the sports right now is almost like it just it disheartens. It's very disheartening because like even with what they're doing in baseball with the Dodgers, they're buying all these players on deferred contracts. It's all deferred money.
Yeah.
And it's like it's ruining the game. It's like who like I don't know.
Look up because I can't remember the exact details of it, but when the Baltimore Colts left and went to Indy, that's like the closest thing in sports that I can like correlate what happened last night to, where just like Matthew said, at midnight on a fucking Saturday,
it's out of
deal.
He didn't know.
25-year-old future of your franchise. You don't tell anybody. He didn't know. Pull up the video of. I haven't seen the video of AD.
Oh yeah, I need to find. Hang on.
In the post game,
I'll find it, Matt, and I can maybe send it. Or
like nobody knew. AD was sitting there, and they like asked him something about his post game interview.
Hang on.
No, it's
quick. Oh, I was going to say go back.
I mean, it's pretty normal. It's pretty normal for the players not to be in on the deals like that, though.
No, I get that, but it's like, but Luca, it's like Shohei. Shohei's not going to know anything.
If you weren't going to pay him the money, I'm just saying,
you don't shop him, bro. If you tell anybody in the NBA, what are the
hang on.
Thunder gonna give you?
Here's something that's interesting too. We're listening to somebody last night. Nico, the dude that's with the Mavericks, right?
Yep.
He signed Anthony Davis to his Nike contract, right?
Back in
So
wherever, like when he first
it's
came
got
to
to
the
do with
league.
his relationship with like a lot of players like that.
Right. They've got like some history or whatnot. I just sent it to you, Matt. I think on our podcast, it should have come up.
Sorry.
The video of AD learning from the press that, oh shit, I got traded. It'll probably be a link to YouTube or something.
Yeah, after it comes up, okay, yeah, here it is.
Smell hot.
Does it make you think about what you're accomplishing here, or maybe what you could accomplish with what's left of your Laker tenure?
I said that like I'm about to.
No, I mean, check your phone.
The last guy, check your phone.
Make you think about what you're accomplishing here, or maybe what you could accomplish with what's left of your Laker tenure.
I said that like I'm about to.
No, I mean, check your phone.
Yeah, where it's like you
does
can
it
see his
make you think
face
about?
when he's like,
Yeah.
the guy's asking him, it's like, what are you, like, huh?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like,
But-
you're saying that like I'm dumb. And
Well-
apparently, too, like, I don't even think LeBron was happy about it either, was he?
Well, I don't.
Oh yeah,
I
he's
don't know
so
that they-
miserable over it.
He's
fucking loser.
But I'm like.
I know that's his boy. He
needs him.
probably doesn't want to. That's what I mean. That's probably why they had.
Yeah,
to
well, he
do it
needs
like this.
Davis
because
like,
none of the
ability.
players.
Now you have two Lucas.
Also, the problem with the NBA is the players have too much control. So I'm actually happy that none of the players fucking knew about anything and they got dealt like the fucking.
They do have too
players
much
they
control.
are.
I
That
do agree
is,
with that.
I mean, I agree, but like, I don't know. Okay, so for me,
I think
as a
I think Dallas
sports fan-
fans have a right to be mad if the problem is they weren't going to pay Luca. But if they were going to pay, I'm just saying,
It
best
would be a
case-
non-issue in
Dude,
reality.
Here's my
It's-
thing,
it's-
though.
it-
It
it's
doesn't
like,
sound
dude-
like they talked to Luca and got a number. So we don't know.
I
if
think
they-
they've given up on him.
That's come on, guys. They're professional.
No, as far as we know, like
They know
Luca
the
said,
number.
They
Luca.
just traded their star.
I'm thinking they get
25-year-old star
that
player in
they
the middle of the night.
don't think
They
he's
know
going to
the
realize
number.
the potential that he appears to have. That he's not going to
basketball.
get in
No,
shape.
guys, hold on. Basketball is not like the NFL or the MLB. It's a max contract. It's the most you can pay someone. They don't want to have one of those on their fucking team. That's
They've
what
already
they're
got
saying.
one.
Mark Cuban's
He's
doing
already
it.
making max,
That's what I'm saying. They don't want that.
dude.
Yeah, I get that you don't want that in a way, but it's like,
You
is
have a
it
right to
when
be
don't
mad.
think he's
hang
worth
on.
the investment. I don't think he's worth
I'm
it.
playing
I
devil's
think that's
advocate.
what
You
they
have a
think.
right to be mad.
Yeah, you might not think he's worth it, but how?
That they
Here's
think
my
that, not
thing.
me.
Yeah, no, and they think it.
Then if
but
that's
it's
the
like,
case,
how often does a Luca come along? Is my thing. Why did you buy?
Yeah.
You got this
try
guy
to
at what?
deal. You try
Exactly.
to make a deal.
Hey,
You got
that's-
him.
That's the thing. You were right, Mikey. You're right to be mad, man.
Like, why? When did you go get him? When he was a teenager
He was 19.
No, yeah, that's
in Serbia or some
and you
shit?
don't go.
Well, I want to hear
Slovenia.
what Mark Cuban has to say about all this. Where's he at?
he's not as involved anymore. I know that he
I'm
sold
just
a
saying,
chunk of the
it's-
ownership
I'm just saying, still.
to that other
He was
group.
the
I don't
one
know
that
how much
he made the
just
comment
paid.
though.
Okay.
He made the comment in 2020 saying he would divorce his wife or some shit if they traded Luca away because you don't trade that kind of guy away.
That's what's making me think that whatever ownership he has left, I wonder if he's going to divest it. Like, I feel like there's got to be other crazy
No,
stuff.
Did you
they-
hear, you know, too, like I was seeing comments on the Dallas Texas TV post and stuff on Instagram and whatnot, and people were saying in there, it's like, you know, that the Mavericks, remember it, like Cuban doesn't have as much pull as he used to, and that now it's pretty much owned by this rich lady from Vegas.
Yes.
And Chris was hearing stuff too about like even a theory about them, like, you know, because for years nobody wanted to come to Dallas, and a theory
That
about
was the
them
point,
just
that I was
Moving
gonna
the team?
make is
Yeah.
that
Nobody
it's
does
like,
want to come to Dallas.
Listen,
This is why.
How many fucking, like, as a Mavericks fan, this is the thing about the Nico, like, who the fuck is Nico Harrison? Like, I honestly, I haven't kept
worked
up
for
with the
Nike.
NBA.
Like, he worked for Nike and did a lot of shit. So he had a lot of relationship with a lot of players, but he wasn't like in the game.
So
but
he knows fuck all
so he's like a
about-
person manager
so he
and
knows
talent
fuck
manager.
all about Dallas and
Yeah.
what we've gone through here since
Who
Cuban
is
bought the
that?
team.
Who is that, by the way? I
The
don't know who
GM?
it is.
the
I believe
GM.
Oh,
it's
that's the new-
GM
okay.
or
Gotcha.
something
Boy
like that.
Del
Yeah.
Luca. But like everything that we've gone through with this team for all these years, when they blew it up with Nash and Dirk and everybody else,
I just know
and-
it's
and-
business, whatever
but,
it is.
No, and I get that it's business, but
Business is
for
bitch.
all these fucking years, as a Mavericks fan, every offseason, they're, oh man, we're in. We've got the money. We're going to try to get Darren Williams here. We're going to try to get Dwight Howard here. We're going to try to get LeBron
Yeah.
here. We're going to get
No one
so-and-so
ever
here. They have all the money in the world, and nobody ever wants to fucking come play with them. You finally get a talent that's yours that people want to come fucking play with.
Yeah, why did Kyrie come here?
Why did Kyrie? Why did Klay Thompson come here?
Yeah.
Why are these people you finally
Oh,
have
if you're
somebody
Klay-
in Dallas that people
if you're
want
Klay,
to
you're
come
pissed.
fucking play with?
Mm-hmm.
And now, what do? You've already got this reputation as nobody wants to come play for your fucking team. People finally want to come play with your fucking team, and you turn around and you stab your 25-year-old star player in the fucking back.
I think
because
Kyrie's been as good as he's been is part of the reason too.
Nobody's coming to Dallas ever.
I think
again.
Kyrie has exceeded expectations probably, and they think that as badass as he is, that they got enough of a distributor, a guy that can run the court, that they're better off with a bigger guy like Anthony Davis. And I'm not happy about it at all. And I'm just curious to see if we actually manage to like make it to the finals again in the next couple of years to do something crazy. I'm just curious to see how it all plays out, but it does hurt. Like I know people that
well, here's the thing.
You lost fans. You lost a lot of fans.
Thing. Anthony Davis still gives you the ability to compete in the playoffs.
That's the thing.
Does he?
He's a big man. Yeah,
he really does.
He's a big man. He's 35
he really
points
does.
a night,
For how
guys.
long? For
I
how
was gonna say,
What's the
yeah.
future? What's the future? What do you build on? What do you build on?
I agree. But they're looking at Luca's injuries and how his conditioning, and they're
I'm not
probably
making
thinking
the
he's
argument.
letting us down.
Once again, I'm not making the argument that he's better than Luca. I'm saying if you weren't going to pay Luca, you got a star player, and you're not going to have to pay him.
If you're not going to pay Luca, then again, that's what I go back to. Why don't you fucking shop him?
Yeah,
you trade him to the Bears at midnight.
I think they saw this deal.
They must have been shopping.
Well, here's the
I don't
weird
think
thing.
they saw this
Hang
deal
on.
that wouldn't exist. This probably
Time out.
wouldn't have existed down the road or something.
Time out. How they got what? How long ago did Rudy Gobert get traded?
You could pull it up, but he
And
got 4 first-round picks for him.
four first-round picks.
And then the other guy, I can't remember what his name was. Which
Well, you got other stuff too.
They got
You got
five.
some other players.
No, we got.
You also
yeah,
got
we got
a
him,
first
one other
round
player.
pick. Hold on.
We got
in
one
2029, and we just
you
traded the Luke.
You got last year's first round pick from the Lakers.
Who's
the
that?
guy who came? I don't know his name.
Oh, it's
I don't know basketball.
It's like I know. His,
Well, in their
I don't
first
know
round pick,
basketball.
in their first round pick in 2029, 4 years after Luca goes there.
Probably because
You don't
all the
think
rest of
Luka's
those
gonna
are
be
traded
fucking
away.
balling out at 28. Like, where's that first?
And
round
I
pick
get
gonna
it.
be?
I get it that
I
a lot
also
of it
hate
is
how deep they go with their draft picks too.
They get it as something
they'll be
potentially
traded till
shot to someone else.
2040.
They'll probably trade this trade away in a year in some other deal.
Probably, yeah. I just
you
think
get
that
nothing.
I think that
But I totally agree with you guys. It's a bad trade.
You were in the championship
You
last
pay
year.
him.
It'd be different.
You pay
It'd
him.
be different
It's
if-
because of him. Yeah, 100%.
You were in the fucking finals last year, and you were in the conference championship. What, 2 years ago?
That's
last
someone
year?
saying though. That's someone saying we got all the way there but couldn't do it with Luca, so we have to trade him.
Yeah.
He's not worth the money.
No,
That's what someone's saying.
I think that
Yeah.
it
I
can
agree
make
that
as
that's
much
the
sense as
mentality
somebody
they're doing.
wants it to make on paper, and it can be business, and it can be the smart business thing to do, right? But I just feel as though the business is ruining the fucking sport. The business
LeBron
part
could
of
be
it is
really good
ruining it
together.
because it's like they literally brought a coffin outside of Victory Plaza today. At American Airlines, they had a coffin sitting out there
Well, in
with
the mood-
with Doncic jerseys.
In the mood in the city, anyway, especially in the shadow.
People were already out of the
especially
Cowboys.
in the shadow of what the fucking Cowboys just did. People have all everybody here is already sick and fucking tired of the sports ownership bullshit in
Yeah.
the city after all these fucking years. Like nobody wants to fucking hear it anymore. And then like to where people are done, and then you go and do this, and the Mavs fans are like one of the most, I feel like,
Loyal.
diehard
Yeah.
fan
them and
bases.
Stars, for
Like
sure.
they just, and it's like to get those, like Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon's
named
out.
his son.
He's done.
Brandon
Yeah, Brandon's
named
out.
his
He's
son,
done.
his firstborn son, after Luca Doncic, and he's like, 30 years was a good run. Not a Mavs fan anymore.
Yeah, what did
You
he
know?
say? He was like, I don't, yeah.
Oh
he's-
yeah, he said something. He said something about pretty much the only way I'm ever going to root for the Mavericks again or Dallas again would be if they move the team. We get an
My boy's
expansion
playing for
team.
him one day.
We get an expansion team that's not affiliated with the Mavericks. Like,
Yeah, it hurts, man. And again, like I said, it can make all the sense, and I don't see it. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
like
It can
everything
make
we've
all
gone
the
through.
sense in the world, but I feel like there's just there's things you can't put a finger on in sports, and you can't put a price tag on, and you can't, and it's what makes the game, and it's what makes a team operate, and it's what makes bring the magic to a fucking city that helps propel a team to a championship. And when you start sitting there and you say, well, 10 years down the road, how much money we're going to have? Fuck that. That's what ruins the sport, because I don't want to tune in and watch a team that's stacked with the fucking best players of the league. I want to see each team with a really good player and a bunch of other good players stacked around them and see which team comes out on top. Which guy can take their squad to the top. Not like, let's stack all these fucking dudes on one team. It's but it
that goes back to what he was saying.
Right,
that's what's going back to the Pirates having too much player to even being able to do.
Yeah, with Miami, that's what you saw with the players having. So that's why I agree with the players having too much pull. You have those teams like the Miami Heat back in whatever year that was with Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and I said Dwayne Wade and LeBron.
And Luca freaking deserves a supermax, and he's really not gonna get one. Now.
When else are you? That's my thing. Is that it's like. How many years are going to go by before you find another Luca? I feel like you can go find.
I don't think ever again.
I feel like you will find another Anthony Davis. You could go bring another Anthony Davis up. You can go bring another whatever the fuck dude they traded for up. I don't. Dudes like Luca don't come around much. And here's my.
And now they do not come around much, but to actually land on your team.
Yeah.
We're talking about a guy who comes around how often and to actually end up on your team.
Well, and he wanted to be here. He came in right behind Dirk, who was the Euro like Jesus. And it's like, I get to play right behind this guy who pioneered the game. For
Look, where do you find these good white players?
Serbia.
Donnie Nelson.
Yeah. Right. It's just sad. Again, I feel like it makes me. I'm not even that big of a Mavs fan.
It came out of nowhere, man.
I'm a casual.
It's
Mavs
getting a
fan.
midnight call that somebody died, and you're like, wait, what? Hold on.
It makes me sad.
Thought it was a joke.
It makes me sad just because it's like I feel like
Chris texted me. I'm like, wait, what the?
The most beautiful things about our sports are dying, and that's the most. It's just all of it is just being pimped out for some commercial
honestly,
bullshit.
That comes back to what we were talking about earlier about Mikey and me ball. We're trying to bring a real sport back out there.
Yes.
You know, we saw basketball done well.
9 to 5 guys.
We think Mikey and me ball has a chance.
9 to 5 guys putting their heart on their line after drinking half a 12 pack in the parking lot.
Yeah. It's a pregame 12 pack is mandatory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
I'm being honest. Like, y'all want to see something impressive? Go watch some men's recreational softball. Okay, hang on. There's all these guys train in MLB. They play I play 162 games to see. I don't care, buddy. You seen these guys go drink a 6-pack and hold third base down. Why don't you go do that? You know what I mean?
Dude,
it's impressive.
In high school,
these guys work 40 hours a week.
There'd be like 40 like older church guys, but they would go there and play basketball. And some of these old dudes would be going harder nonstop than anyone else. Like,
is that not impressive? And that dude, think of how many hours it worked that guy put in there, and then went out there and gave it everything.
And he
on
balled
the court.
his ass off.
Yeah,
and the Mavericks just traded Luca for that guy.
Right? For real.
No, but for real, man. It's just I think that the damage that was dealt to your fan base, you now have to create a new fan base. Right when I when I say this, I was this fucking close to buying a Luca jersey. I was this close.
Too bad you didn't.
No, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, we better hurry up.
They're going to be like $30.
I just bought most
of them. Do that. And bulk trash is coming up. You can probably go pick them off fucking piles because people are fucking burning them.
Well, it's not his fault.
It's like, no, I know.
No, but they're mad.
That's what sucks.
They're done being fans.
They're Mavericks.
People are just, you know.
They're saying they're worthless.
They're just done being fans, and so they're done with their merch.
What is there to...
It's sad.
Oh, funny humans.
My best friend's gone.
I just know if we somehow pull a championship of our ass in 2 or 3 years, it's all going to be like, oh, that sucked, but we got a championship.
Yeah. Oh,
we'll see.
I don't expect to. I'm just saying, winning shuts people up quick.
You might.
If they happen to start winning because of it more.
You might, but you're going to be winning those championships in front of mostly opposing fans.
Yeah.
You're not going to have your fucking crew in the house supporting y'all. Yeah, you're not going to have a packed out. You're going to do it on your fucking own. That's the thing. They can go win a championship, and all the business guys can go jerk each other and be like, we made the right call. But you're not going to have anybody there because you fucking imploded your fan base.
Especially the fan base that, like stood behind Dirk all those years. Like, this is literally the fan base that, because I was thinking about that earlier too, like started the fucking hashtag Free Dirk.
Yeah.
Towards the end of his career, when Cuban and all those assholes were sitting there trying, project, keep our powder dry. We're going to be all in next offseason. You waste the end of fucking Dirk's career. Like, these fans were so loyal to Dirk that they were like, fucking trade him and give him a chance to go win somewhere else. It's like Dallas fans are loyal to a fault with this fucking team, and for them to stab them in the back like that, I mean, it's just like, dude,
it hurts.
Nothing pleasant about it.
No. And I honestly, again, I feel bad for the dudes like Brandon, diehard Mavs fans. I'm really not. I'm a Ranger dude.
I've been out on the NBA for years.
Yeah, they hold a soft spot in my heart. I grew up watching Finley and them. Like, I love the Mavericks, Sean Bradley, Finley, and all that team back in the day, the reunion arena. But
fuck that.
I can't.
Chandler and Terry and fucking Dirk and all, Deshaun Stevenson and shit. Like,
at least we can remember those times. At least we do have memories to look back on.
Yeah.
Which,
thank God,
it's something unpredictable. But in the end, it's right.
There you go.
Why couldn't y'all have kept him? Didn't he come in the league with y'all? Why'd y'all give him to the Lakers in the first place?
Yeah.
Because of LeBron.
He
wanted him.
No.
We traded so many people for him.
Look, hang on. Time out. This is a good point. We're right now.
True.
Jeff went through this.
Yeah, I don't really care.
It won't.
It's basketball.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, he did that to us.
He did that to y'all.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the Dallas Mavericks.
Be seeing you.
Be seeing you.
Do we have any recommendations of the week?
Yes.
Don't watch the Mavericks. By the way, they lost by 43
If you haven't gone and played a little basketball with your friends, go play a game of horse.
There you go. Go play a game of Luca.
Yeah, go play a game of horse.
Go play a game of horse.
Maybe the Mavericks. Maybe the Mavericks will trade
pro tip.
Kyrie Irving.
Pro tip.
For you.
You can make it any word you want.
You could make. Oh, you could.
You can. You don't have to use horse. You could use a shorter word. Or you could use a longer word.
You could use a word like Trump. You could say we're gonna go play Trump.
China.
Tariff. Trump.
Tariff. I'm gonna put tariffs. I'm gonna drop tariffs.
Oh,
on
and pay
all
your
of
tariffs.
Your heads.
Pay your tariffs. Come on, we need it. Help
Jeff,
us.
recommendation.
Let's see.
Whatever G sent, I couldn't open that on my phone.
You couldn't open his messages?
No, I can't.
My phone might die, but I can open it. Go ahead, Jeff.
I recommend you guys shut the fuck up. So I can
Look that up and look those songs up.
I recommend you guys treat yourself. Do a little something nice for yourself. Buy yourself a little action figure to put on your desk. No, just one little thing. Nice little thing for yourself. A fucking movie poster or something on Amazon that's been on your wish list for a little while.
Everybody's been watching Twin Peaks, but me apparently.
I've been watching Twin Peaks.
Give yourself a gift every day.
Every day, once a day.
Don't plan it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay, so here's G's song because my phone might die real quick.
Okay, you can just read them off.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pass That Shit, Jam, Devin the Dude, Doobie Ashtray. That's his. Okay, so that's his.
Hey, that's a great song.
Pass That Shit, Jam. That's what he's saying. That's the genre.
That's okay.
So his song for the Pass That Shit, Jam, Doobie Ashtray.
Right. Are we
Somebody
gonna play that?
had the nerve to take the herb out of my Doobie Ashtray.
Okay.
Why do they do me that?
Jack K's Sleep When I'm Dead, Feels Jam, FEELZ.
Okay.
So don't listen to Jack K's Sleep When I'm Dead if you're not trying to feels. That's just a feels jam. He's saying that's a feels jam. He said Sunny Windows Down Jam.
Hell
Eddie
yeah.
Zuko Freaks Freakies?
Eddie fucking Zuko.
Yeah.
He
He said, "Oh, and he has a caption with all these. I haven't read them because I'm afraid my phone's gonna die."
Okay, yeah, just read through it. No, sorry, G. I tried opening it up and I forgot to mention earlier that because I don't have Apple, it wouldn't. Last week
it's a
it
note.
let me open them,
Yeah.
but this time it wouldn't even let me open.
Because it's like do the notes. That's what I recognize. From the
shout
top
out
down,
Gennaro.
the Doobie Ashtray. This song takes me back a little to my small circle and Lil Bro, Hotbox and a 4-door Explorer. Our usual Get High Alley with the ritual breaking down.
Hell yeah.
Arillo, Sacred Blunt. This song's reeks and stoner nostalgia with the 40 ounces to quench your thirst. You guys have to go blaze and fire one.
I'll add these in post.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
First we got Devin the Dude and the track Doobie Ashtray. Next up, we got Jack K's in the track Sleep When I'm Dead.
I've got a feeling that I'm gonna be depressed for the next couple of weeks. I won't be getting out of bed or doing anything important or anything worthwhile. If my mother calls, I'll open up a window and I'll smile and I'll say, I'm doing fine, and I'll crawl right back to bed where I'll ruminate on past experiences in my head, and I'll think about my life, how I really missed the mark.
And lastly, we got the song Freaks by Eddie Zuko.
Oh yeah! Woo! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. By the waves. Whoa, somewhere by the waves. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Adam
So
and
you send them
Post.
for me before I put out. I'll put the little snippets in.
There you go. That'll work.
Somebody have a nerve
My
to
recommendation
take
of the
the
week is enjoy it all because it's all happening for you. And remember that.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
definitely enjoyed it
It's
all.
all for you, Damien.
You could wake up at 11:50 on a Saturday evening and find out.
Is that your recommendation? Wake up a Saturday evening at 7:50? All right.
No, it was 11:50.
11:50
p.m. It was
so you
almost-
woke up to this?
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Yeah, no, dude, it was like 4 minutes earlier. I thought it was a fucking joke. And so Mikey was in the party with them on Xbox. I came out and I was like, bro, I think the Mavericks just fucking traded Luca to the Lakers. And yeah, Jeff wasn't there. He was asleep.
I was there.
He was probably working the trade.
He was,
I was there
We
trying to
talked
text
about it.
Caleb, yeah.
He was.
We talked.
He was basking in his post Royal Rumble glory.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, my
Yeet.
Do the hands,
suggestion
Jeff. There you go.
is-
Oh, that.
Oh yeah, easy.
Oh, so
Yeah.
two
One
hands
down.
is okay. One is a problem.
No, it's
One is a
yeet.
problem.
We're doing the Jey Uso thing.
Yeah.
This is the
One
bloodline.
is
Where
a
me and Jeff are a
problem.
part of the
Yes.
bloodline.
The pure
When it's
bloodline.
the one
We're the
you
bloodline.
did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
be saying you. Be saying you.
Yeah, be saying
Be
you.
saying you.
They saying you.
Jeff.